Peace, 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 peace. Peace, love, and light. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. It's your brother, Big Aboriginal Power, man. We got another doozy, man. This is a word on the streets, man. Let's get through these intros, man. We're going to get right to y'all, man. Make sure y'all share the live stream. That's a big form of support. Let's go. Shout out to the Rivers in the building, man. Y'all know the vibes. Let's go.
So all them doublers, nigga, all them niggas getting too emotional. Hey, Paul and hate it. These hoes so overrated. My flow so cold, it's crazy. Hit the road and folk hate it. I'm gonna go with your whole lady. Fuck you niggas pay me. I've been dumping all 24. I play the motion, baby. Home clapping just like two hands. I don't need no new friends. In the hood like who's town. Work a bitch like boot camp. When I'm falling through that, I who that? I was made in the flesh, nigga. You can send your best man. You gon' lose your best hitter. And my chest it up. Muscle like a wrestler. Take your bitch and vest it up. Shoot my shot like Stephen, bro. With a car professional. Bitch, I beat that road up. Lead the West Coast in a PJ, then go pick my load up. And that show enough, pole talk, I don't get no faults. Before I let a nigga steal me, it's gonna be both of me. I ain't never froze up. If it go up, then I'm standing on all 10. Never seen me fold, know what I break, know what I been. I'm a foe for the idol. In my face, gator. Child don't never close. When you say, well, on the way there. In that rise, I'm in it now. Know we get them in. You niggas talking about that money shit. Let's get it in. I'm a post for the idol. In my face, gator. Child don't never close. When you say, well, on the way there. In that rise, I'm in it now. Know we get them in. You niggas talking about that money shit. Let's get it in.
Roast beef.
Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Hit that like button, thumb up the video, support the channel. Shout out to the American Aborigines, American Indians in the building.
We got a magic game, so I'm fresh. I don't even play that poet. New era 8, I told him rock on fourth and edges. That boy a paraplegic, he don't stand on business. Just like punctuation, I finish my sentence. Hit my little time and I rhyme biking them trenches. I beat the road and work them phone. I get to it? Yes, I do. I don't speak French, but let's talk money. I'm flowing, I'm the truth. I'm in the bandos and them dope holes in them streets, my street. Running like a bike hood in the 3-5. All that tough talk, that rah-rah, but they already know. I send me a to the doctor, with it on the floor. It seems like every time that I pop up, they be calling my name. I took about $30,000, spent it all on my chain. You can tell I got my check off for my left and right wrist. Them be talking about they some step balls, they stepping like this. My little them about with F-balls, so the hate on the cheek. Do your just like Supreme and put your face on the teeth. I'm out here having things. She wanna say cosign. We at the magic game. Oh, this Friday night. Let's fly to Vegas, baby. I just popped 40 bottles. That was in my head. Talking Club 11. Vibing with Rose. One pressure. I don't even play. That poet scared to ask you, did you eat today? They told that boy to break y'all. You should have seen it fit. All that tough talk, that rah-rah, but they already know. I send me a to the doctor with a shit on the floor. It seemed like every time that I pop up, they be calling my name. I took about $30,000, spent it all on my chain. You can tell I got my check off for my left and right wrist. Them be talking about they some step balls.
They ain't stepping like this. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. How y'all feeling out there, man? We just getting the energy, right?
Issues at MGM Resort.
A major hack of MGM Resorts. Meantime, the FBI is now assisting in the investigation of a brazen and far-reaching cyber attack on MGM Resorts.
What you know about a money grind and the West Union when you buy a pro from it within the passport included. Got a finance puff and that's a nice out of Houston. Try to put him on game, he would act too stupid. At a Ukraine program, hanging in the database, tearing up machines in New York with a cover face. Hit the same AC twice, that's a double take. Now I got a whole block car and we're gonna dominate. I'm One time in the neighborhood, the little Nigeria. I'm a good training, I'm a good experience. Don't try to shit at home with no experience. You can go down the road for a little period. Full scale operation, feeling like a bad man. Thinking I'm a weak scammer, you gon' be a dead man. Before I started striking, I was getting off a lot of ground. We gon' speak positive, I ain't never getting jammed. That's a record label, do the check, quit rapping. Pussy ass nigga always gotta go and flap it. Everything online, I be internet jacking. Turn the Benny man account, now they like what happened. Fresh squares and hold on, let me do a test run. Deplete whatever's in it, then the song to the next one. Fucking real good, then the song to the next one. Unsuspected banks, man, I swear.
Hey, man, y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like button as y'all come in, fam.
Dumb man, European scent, devil detail. Order up a bunch of drip, put it up for resale. Gucci head to toe, pay attention to the detail. Gonna find her online, acting like a female. Finessing old niggas, now his ass living old scale. Discover it card, I just hit it with the ghost payment. Trying to get money, little nigga, I can explain. Credit card pipe, dog, skull say 790, catch me if you can. Bet them niggas can't come and find me. Burgers long source, finna help me with the underwriter. Everything mine, hell nah, they ain't no denying. Know about a money grind and the Western Union. When you buy a pro from it, then the passport included. Got a finance puff, and that's a lot side of Houston. Try to put him on the game, he would act too stupid. Got a Ukraine programmer hanging in the database, tearing up machines in New York with a cover face. Hit the same AC twice, that's a double take. Now I got a whole block car, we gon' dominate. I'm from the neighborhood, the little Nigeria. I'm a good training, I'm a good experience. Don't try to shit at home with no experience. You can go down the road for a little period. Full scale operation, feeling like a bad man. Thinking I'm a weak scammer, you gon' be a dead man. Before I started striking, I was getting off a lot of ground. We gon' speak positive, I ain't never getting jammed.
Unlock a new world of efficiency with Asana.
It's Warhouse. It's Warhouse. Somebody told me in life you got choices. But I feel like sometimes we ain't really have choices. And
These real bottom boots, baby, these ain't tails on the DMT drill. In the cellar, weed pins, only real in the circle, on fuck fake friends, only high grade flowers, so I'm going up to Mercury. Yeah, credit, cause she said she wants surgery. I'ma get the pad here going with some urgency. I'm a diamond flashing like an ambulance emergency. If I can seal it for you, I'ma show a little courtesy. I just love friends, I got overseas currency. I'ma ask you love me, they regret that we broke up. Two Latina bitches with me getting cold up. Lord got a nigga way down with your hold up. When the shit done dry, I'm about to hold ya. They know I'm growing, you know you can tell from the light bill. I'm starting pandemic till like Chinese, counting on while I'm watching Netflix strength thing. Niggas ain't ballin', they can never ever maintain. Nigga, this is how the week, I don't do the nicotine. Pretty bitch round with me, shit, I had self-esteem. First bitch broke, nigga, bust down Jubilee. Bought a truck car just to get from white A to B. Even when I was a child, they couldn't play with me. Told my old lady, nigga, touch it, I'm cute as that. Got a blue check, I ain't talking about Instagram. Had to buy a Euro cut suit, I'm a busy man. I ain't got time for the gossip, I'm a busy man. I don't do the Gucci, nigga, I don't do the Dapper Dan. I'm trying to mail it back alive to my bigger fan. I can let shit slide, I can be the bigger man. I ain't talking college, but my shoe cost a couple pounds. G&G, I'm low 600 in my belt. Don't need no shooters, I shoot on myself. Don't need no workers, I serve on myself. I want that green like a motherfucking self. On my shit, I when I touch it, it's milk. I wanna touch on you, babe, I swear that I can't help. Come on. They don't want what, cause them niggas gon' lose. So my little chick lose that damn attitude. I'm not afraid to get rid of you. Play with the game, but it's rid of you. I am not normal, not typical. My African scammer, Somalian. I got size and smoke all in my oxygen. I'm starting pandemic till like Chinese, counting on while I'm watching Netflix strength thing. Niggas ain't ballin', they can never ever maintain. Nigga, this is how the week, I don't do the nicotine. Pretty bitch round with me, shit, I had self-esteem. First bitch broke, nigga, bust down Jubilee. Bought a truck car just to get from point A to B. Even when I was a child, they couldn't play with me.
On that gang shit, you a motherfucking niggas in my chain, he gon' get up out of 22 times. I'm on that gang shit, you a motherfucking If a nigga snatch my chain, he gon' get about a shot. That 30 stick in that 40 like a motherfucking mob. 100 rounds on that Draco, add that motherfucker out. I'm on that fucking nigga click, take a nigga bitch. 100 round drum, that's 100 round clip. I'm on that fucking nigga click, take a nigga bitch. bitch. 100-round drum, that's 100-round clip. Niggas doing that Twitter beef, and I'm lurking where you sleepin'. I'm full of that reefer, got me looking like a reaper. I can joke that I sleep, a bitch gon' play me like a hoe. Any nigga in my gang, best believe that they don't go. And I don't go nowhere without that motherfucking pole. Pull up on your gang and let the motherfuckers go. You too hard for yourself, and them niggas around you know. Take that mop out that Glock, I'ma slap you with a pole. BLACKOPPS, I'm in your fucking.
Thought I had it under control. I'm in trouble.
All right, let's get through this last intro. We're going to start the conversation, family. Let's get through this last intro. I do need y'all to hit that like button, though. We're looking shiesty on the likes. And we don't see no hashtags from y'all sharing it. I'll just check the hashtag. Ain't nobody shared it using the hashtag. Let's go, though.
America, 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 with you long way. America, 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 with you long way. America to Mary, 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 America to Mary. Treating me like you cheating on me. I got an SSC and they leeching on me. They done went under the bleachers on me. All you wanna do is tax me. You ain't even really asked me. Ain't no full disclosure. Made me feel like it's over. We ain't break up, no closure. We ain't get no domestic. Is you foreign or domestic? Respect it or you can check it. I care about this country. I care about this country, but this country ain't got no love for me. It's treating me all monkey. On the boat is how they got here. And just look around, it's a lot here. They really put down the plot here, but they birthrights, it's not here. I'm from the soil. Copper color. I ain't black, no crude oil. Thinking about this two-door. America, 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 with you long way. America, 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 with you long way. America to Mary, 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 America to Mary. How you claim you a Democrat if it's two Republic for which it stands? I ain't voting for nan one. Both of them can't get these hands. One nation under God. What God they talking about? What nation they talking about? Overseas is all they talking about. Aborigines need the funds here. Our youth trying to have fun here. Inflation stay on the rise here. Everyone in disguise here. New laws a surprise here. Everyone get to hide here. That's right, everyone get to hide here. Remember, it was just you and us before colonizing. We was doing us, no third parties. The two of us never seen them, but they knew of us. Destroyed our ruins, then ruined us. We was Indians, made us switch us up, made us switch us up, made us switch us up, made us switch it up. We ain't giving up. America, 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 with you long way. America, 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 with you long way. America to Mary, 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 America to Mary. I still believe in love. Give me all that you can give me. It ain't on me, it's in me. I done seen so much remedy.
Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It is your brother, Big Bappy Tone. Y'all already know the vibes, man. How are y'all feeling this beautiful, beautiful grand rising, man? We want to make sure everybody's locked and loaded for today, man. How y'all feeling out there today, man? Drop those fire emojis if y'all in the building with me. Drop those fire emojis if you are in the building with your brother, man. What's the word, man? How are y'all feeling this evening, family? How y'all feeling this evening? Talk to me. Drop those fire emojis if y'all in the chat, man. I want to know who all up in here. Salute. Woo, shit. Y'all been at it today on YouTube, ain't y'all? For crying out loud. Y'all been over there just getting all together and stuff. Shout out to everybody listening on Instagram. Make sure y'all come follow me over there on the YouTube channel. Shout out to everybody that's listening in on Twitch as well. We do appreciate y'all energy. Make sure y'all share, post, leave a comment. Do not forget to do all that good stuff. But damn, they've been going at it today. I just been in the cut. You heard me? Jersey. Nigga, I've been hearing some shit. And one of the things that stood out is that someone has an African husband. Now that's interesting. We're gonna get to that in a second. We gonna get to that. Somebody said I've been in the chat and my volume been off. Oh yeah, we gonna talk about it. The energy in the community is crazy. Lot of going back and forth. That's usual, I guess. Though. Damn. I want to ask y'all a question. Are we standing on Aboriginal / American business? Are we standing on big Aboriginal, big Indian business? I just want to know. Let's start that. Are we or are we not? We can get a simple yes or a simple mother no in the chat. Are we standing on big Aboriginal / American Indian shit? I just need to know. I need some confirmation from the chat. Are y'all going to stand on your aboriginality? Okay, now let me ask y'all about this. How do y'all feel? And yes or no, do you think our people should be dating white people if you're for the cause of uplifting and elevating Aboriginal / American Indians? Should you be sleeping with the white man? Is a pig pussy pork? Absolutely. Absolutely. So should we be sleeping with the opposite, like the white people and shit like that? Should we? I'm just gonna run through the list real quick. I want to get some yeses or some no's from the family. It's okay if you say yes, because some of y'all got white women. Let's talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. I see a couple no's in the chat, so I'm assuming the rest is yes. So y'all think y'all should deal with them. I personally don't care, but I don't. Okay. So Chickahominy Roots, let me ask you this, sis. How do you feel about people that's supposedly pushing for the movement and the up elevation and the knowledge of self based off of the Aboriginal American Indian knowledge, but you sleeping with, let's just say, a white man? You think that's cool? You think you should be speaking up on behalf of the Aboriginal American Indians? Savage said, I'm a noble Indian. I know it's a Tennessee thing. But listen, let me ask y'all this. I want to ask Dulcinea this, because this is the conversation that came up, that she has an African husband. So how do you guys feel about our women sleeping with African men that's standing on Indian and Aboriginal business? Should they be sleeping with African men? I just want to know. I just want to get some feedback. And I want to get Dulcinea up here so I can ask her some questions, because the topic is kind of pertaining to her, so maybe we can get her on her in a second. So if she popped in, she's more than thrilled. I'm going to ask her to come up. But information, if valid, can come from anywhere. Oh yeah. Information can come from a damn dummy. It can come from a billy goat. But we're not talking about just information. We're talking about, let's just say, a motivation, a voice. Someone who's being looked up to or revered or promoted around. You think that should be the case? I just want to get some of y'all opinion. I know we're going to have mixed opinions on this. We're going to have mixed opinions on this. Me personally, I don't care what any of you guys do, but I don't really care too much for people. I ain't gonna say I care too much. I just don't agree with the sense of pushing this whole big Indian business, but you're sleeping with the opposite ethnicity. If it was fully an Indian business, you will be with an Indian. That's the way I look at it. But maybe I could be wrong. Maybe I'm looking at it from a faulty perspective. Every situation like that causes problems. If you dating outside my race, I probably wouldn't speak about certain things. Absolutely, I understand that too. Who gave a damn who folks is fucking? This is sounding cultish. Astro Man, hit the link. I want to get some of you guys' opinion. I don't want you guys to be chatty patties from the chat. Y'all can come chop it up and vocalize your opinions. So we're gonna kind of resume that conversation in a second. But yeah, man, I think it's a lot of energy popping out in the community. Auntie, I rock with you, but I think it's quite disgusting for someone to constantly talk and uplift the Asian community and their men when you fail to do so about your own people. I believe it's a total disgusting and a spit in the face to our whole race. Me personally. So if you're playing, that's cool. Even if you're playing, it's still not a good look. You know what I'm saying? And if you're serious, it's even more disgusting. You understand, Sister Betty? Yes, I'm just being real. But I know you're probably joking 9 times out of 10. That is bias, and you know it about what's bias. Come hit the link. Maybe I could chop it up with Wild Savage. I could chop it up with the Tennessee man. Hit the link, Wild Savage. Astro Man, it is. It's a decent topic to talk about because it was brought out in conversation. So we're going to amplify it, and it's such a good topic. Astro Man, you came in to give your opinion to another man, and guess what, Astro Man? I could give 2 shits about your opinion. Your opinion is worth less than a half a penny. So you wasting your time. I'll be dipped in shit and rolled in breadcrumbs if I took advice from a low-life piece of shit who watches BAP and comments on things that he don't want BAP to talk about. You should be doing other things with your life, sir. So BAP, why does it matter? Just curious. I think it matters when we have credence, when we got moral codes and ethics. Now I'm not judging people for who they love or anything, but I feel like people push a lot of these narratives and this go against Africa narrative and where, and all these conversations, and a lot of people are it's almost just like it's a game. If it's a facade, if that's the case. That's like me saying fuck honkies and all this other stuff, and the white man is, which I do talk like that, but come to find out I'm sleeping with a Becky. I'm laid up with Karen. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like a contradicting. And that's just the way I look at it. But like I say, I look at it a lot different. I don't judge people who go outside of the race. I mean, I kind of do. I got the right to judge. People judge me. It's okay. All right. So, but I just say that if you're standing on a particular segment of morals of who we are, pushing big Indian business, that is how I feel. You understand? Sister Chicken Harmony Roots. I'll answer that. They always blow my phone up at this time. Wow, Savage. What's the word?
What it do, Babster?
Man, I can't call it, man.
Man, I can't neither, man. Just chilling, man. Slow motion better than no motion.
Mm-hmm. For sure. You better have some motion, goddamn. Goddamn. But yeah, man. What was you saying in the chat? I don't want to take anything out of context that you was referring to. If you was
Yeah,
even referring to
you
me.
was being very. I think you was being very Aboriginal biased, brother.
About what?
Saying that the Aboriginal sister or American Indian sister or brother shouldn't date outside their race. I can't tell nobody who to fall in love with.
I mean, it could be considered bias, obviously, when I disagree with one particular perspective. So yeah, I do have a biased point of view with dating outside of your race. I don't think it's necessarily a wrong thing to have a opposite opinion on that. I believe with articulation it makes sense. I don't think it's bias at all. I just believe it's the opposite of perspective. And so we just putting that on the line.
Well, brother. All I'm saying is I understand your sentiments,
And
but
it's something that was popped out today in the conversation from both sides. So I thought it was out the bag. So why not elaborate on it?
yeah, I mean, I would like to hear some more people's elaborations too, because I mean, I know it's been Indians and Aboriginals that's been mixing for a long time. Not saying all of us, but we got
You
some of them
mix?
in our family that has.
Oh yeah, yeah. Our family been mixing with whites and all kind of people for a while. I disagree with it though.
Yeah,
I've always openly disagreed on it.
I feel you. Well, I'm
And
non-biased.
how do you feel about our Aboriginal women sleeping with African men?
I'm non-biased, Bab. I mean, like I said, I can't tell nobody who to fall in love with. If you like eating goat meat or smelling like goat, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
But see, I think that's a bias too on your end because I've seen y'all go at people like Root and other people for having white offsprings and maybe potentially a white baby mother, and y'all hold those same strong sentiments as I hold right now.
not me. You never
Well,
seen me.
maybe not you. I can't say for sure, right? Because
Yeah,
it's
not
so
me.
people.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I can't because I got my sister in Ohio. She's got one. You know, my oldest niece, and then shit,
Listen,
I
I'm
got a
biased no matter
yeah, I
what.
got a
Listen,
baby niece.
my
Yeah,
mother,
I ain't. It ain't nothing I preferred, but I can't tell them who they gonna lay down and do what they gonna do.
listen, my father probably did, but what I'm saying is I'm still disagree with it. Like I got half brothers and sisters. That's half. And I halfway fuck with them.
Your ass
For
here.
real. No
Shit,
bullshit.
I got blood ones, and I have fucked with. Well, just one.
So I just feel like if we're pushing, I feel like let me say this, Wild Savage. Do you feel like it's right for you to be pushing big Indian business and not be with the Indian?
Do I think it's right if I was?
Yes.
Yeah, that won't take away from the information on my bloodline.
But it takes away from your moral code, though, right? If
No,
you're
because
if you're
everybody's
saying you're standing on Indian business, you're here to uplift the Indian, you're for the Indian, you know what I'm saying? But you're not with an Indian woman. So that means you're not going to be producing any more Indian children. You're going to produce half Indian children, but have something else. Sure.
that's
Don't you think
cool.
that, don't you think that kind of goes against the whole moral code of
Nah, that's spreading the nation. That's what Indians did. They
so
went
you
to
believe so you believe in race mixing?
if the race want to mix.
Interesting. Interesting. So what if everybody had that perspective? Will there be any pure thoroughblood Indians?
Nah, I don't think.
Would that be a positive or a negative for your culture and people?
It just depends on the individual.
In your case, you.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It would depend on like what my offsprings, if I mixed or whatever they did. If they was
I'm
on some
saying
bullshit.
if it mixed with anything outside of American Aboriginal Indian,
That's what
would
I'm
it be
saying.
would it be a good thing for your race to all complete that? They all got on board and just said, fuck it, we gonna mix. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It wouldn't be no more pure ones after the mixing. And would that be a good thing? So I'm asking you, would that be a good thing for your lineage and ethnicity?
Yeah, it continues to grow. It just expounds now.
I totally disagree with that. 1,000%. And you know I do. And you know I motherfucking do too. Because listen, think about it. It doesn't make sense for the growth and elevation of our people. It literally takes away. You see what I'm saying? Like mathematically, the math, that's what it is. We're doing subtraction at this point. There's no adding. There's no adding, there's no building. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but everybody's not gonna mix outside their so-called culture.
Right. So, but that was on a hypothetical level. But
Yeah.
it was on a more literal level. When people that are literally mixing, with that same scenario, it will be a negative to your lineage.
If you view that, some people want to expound their lineage to different nations or cultures of people.
But is that a good thing for your own culture and your people? You see where it goes?
It's
And
all
no matter what, right? Unless
all
you
in the
just
eye
really
of the beholder.
the only way it wouldn't make the reason it really wouldn't care unless you didn't care about your lineage and keeping your bloodline prestige. See, we take pride right now as American Indians, because for the most part, because we have no admixture. That's pride that we take in that. The more mixture, the less pride you're gonna have based off of your lineage. You're gonna have split lineage, so you're gonna have split pride.
Well, I know if everybody was the same, life would be boring. So you need a little mixture.
That's what Europeans said, and they also told you that money. They also told you that money was the root of all evil, as they continue to try to get more of it. Right?
Damn right.
All stuff these are the conversations I feel like that they throw out to hinder you from doing what we do naturally.
Which is stick in the dirt.
No,
and grow a plant.
That haven't. As a matter of fact,
so you think when
you deal with the least mixed people on the planet, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're probably dealing with Black Americans. Black Americans before colonization.
I ain't gonna argue that so much. I mean, we got a lot of niggas in here now, but
we got a handful of niggas that mix. That is true. But when we add the totality of mixing compared to other ethnicities, we rank at the bottom. There's other ethnicities and places that rank way higher than us, like the African continent. Hence why they're called the diversity capital. You understand? Based off of these particular reasons.
Yeah, because y'all, these damn Indians and Aboriginals went over there and they started building shit.
Well, you got to realize when we get into those conversations,
laying pipe and doing all type of stuff. They left all type of mixtures going on.
When you have a genetic bottleneck, you know what that is?
I heard of the term, brother.
Most times when a genetic bottleneck happens, that means populations dwindle in whatever area that your peoples is from. In this case, it would be in America. So if this was to happen, populations would dwindle. So mixing would be a must. You see what I'm saying? At that particular case. But in our particular case, we don't have that issue in America.
We don't have the bottleneck issue.
No, not right now. Hell no. We're not even leaving out of here. Black Americans don't leave nowhere in mass for it to be low populations here. We stay here. And you know what I'm saying? We don't leave migrating to motherfucking places. We not tethered and migrants.
But I know a lot of niggas done left and dropped some seeds and flew back over here.
Well, that's not going over nowhere in mass. You might know I know a gang of niggas that was in the Navy. You know what I'm saying? They got Chinese baby mamas and shit.
See what I'm saying? They done spread to the nation. Now that nation, that baby, it's got an Aboriginal American lineage.
And
a Asian Young Long Ching Chong lineage.
It got half of an Aboriginal American lineage.
And half of the other lineage.
Right. Yeah. And let's just say that offspring mixes with another Chinese. You see how now your lineage is almost dwindling to none? One more mix with the Chinese after that generation, it's completely gone. Completely gone. And that can happen within a lifetime of us being around. So that's the importance of not mixing. Just that.
No, niggas' genes don't die, they multiply.
That's a lie. Whoever told you that, that's a lie. Whoever told you recessive and dominant genes mean stronger and weaker is a lie. That's just a fallacy. They don't even compete when they use those terms in scientific demonstrations. That's not when they say recessive and dominant, they're not talking about weaker and stronger. They're not. They go back to like that one drop rule shit. You know what I'm saying?
So what happens if they go mix with another race, like it be a nigga, then the Chinese baby go mix with a Russian?
Then that baby is going to be farther and farther removed from the Aboriginal lineage as it mixes.
But one of them great grandbabies end up coming back to America.
Well, then we got another scenario. Then you trying to rebuild. So in order for you to rebuild back up, you will have to continuously stay with Aboriginal people. You understand what I'm saying? So either you're gonna make the mistake or not make the mistake, because it's pointless to make that mistake and down there bleed and bleed out your genetics. Then when you feel like it's almost gone, you're gonna try to bleed it back in again. That's absolutely crazy.
So a lot of these so-called Pelly Pill people have blended out their genetics with us.
Listen, say what? If you threw me off of there, what you say?
I got a question.
I got you, sister baby. You got it.
Well, I understand that a lot of our people is against race mixing, but do you ever think about the different factors in someone's life where they end up with someone outside of their race?
No, I don't judge people, and I got tons of homies that's probably outside the other race, and I disagree with it. But what I'm saying is the circumstances to what led them there would be a good point to bring up, and it would be like nice to know why people do go to these places, but the fact still remains they made it there, and it becomes a subtraction, right, away from your lineage as mixing and amalgamating goes on. It's
Well,
not benefiting nor adding to your lineage.
okay, but again, what if an individual, and this is both male and female in our community, has tried their whole life to be with someone of their race, and they were constantly used, abused psychologically, and never felt love from a man in
Well,
their race, and
those scenarios will be like, I don't know, because like now we get
that happens a lot.
I know and those are hypothetical scenarios that I believe probably take place, but I just feel like you're not looking hard enough.
But at what point do you stop looking?
Just as well as the people that's doing you bad in your race, it's the same thing going on in each and every race. Nobody's ice is colder than yours, and so once you get in the mind state that damn somebody else ice could be colder than mine, you already done got into a failure in the decline of protecting or building or adding on to your lineage. Once you get that mind state,
but. Okay, what about if the choices in our community?
I feel like the reason that we're in this position now and not in power is directly due to race mixing, and I actually have a lot of data to propose for that. I'm actually going to do a whole build on this.
From what I see in our communities, is so many women that are in a different situation, is in such a different situation than the man, and they oftentimes always have to hold the fort, and that's not a comfortable lifestyle. So
we can't give excuses to our women to why they're not finding the man that they liking. It could maybe it's not always the man's fault. Sometimes it could be the woman's fault. What I'm saying is,
Pap, you don't let me finish asking you the question. How could you? I'm saying in situations where you would hope that the guy would fall in love with you, and he said he would, and this has happened a lot. And for the most part, the women in our community want a husband and a family, and they live together happy. But that's not always the situation. And then it don't work out, and then she's off to the next man, and he sells her the same dream, and then it doesn't work out. I'm telling you the scenarios of why.
I'm trying to hear the question, right? That's why I keep input, because you give me scenarios and I want to build on some of these scenarios, right? So I got you, Noble T. I'll be with you in just a second. But go ahead, Sister Betty. I didn't mean to cut you off short. My bad.
I'm just saying that, and then she tries it again with another guy that promises the same thing, peaches and cream.
Yeah, it just sounds like a story from a scorned woman.
Maybe
it's things that she got to deal with.
You still don't let me finish, Bap, and then you answer me. It's hard for me to finish.
What's the question, then, Sister Betty?
But I'm just saying.
What's the question? You said you had a question. I want to hear it.
All right. Well, okay. A lot of niggas. All right. I'm gonna give it to you the way most millennials want it. A lot of niggas is fucked up. A lot of bitches be taking care of these niggas, and it's not a happy thing. It's messed up.
And that's exactly where I was going to go before you even went there. I knew this. You're coming from a
But
you're
I'm not coming from a
woman position. There's tons of men out here, melanated Aboriginal men that is loyal providers and adequate mates for their women, Black American women. There's tons of them.
I'm not seeing that, bro.
As a matter of fact, there's power icons throughout all America.
I'm from the north.
Power couples. So if you're not seeing it, that's
a lot of women. What
I'm saying, Sister Becky, if you're not seeing power Black couples and you don't see it, it's because you are surrounding yourself by people that's not.
No. That's not true, Bat. That's not true. I work with a lot of women.
And listen, and this is another thing. This is another thing. You should be an example for the Black men that deals with that stays with Aboriginal women, because you are an Aboriginal woman with an Aboriginal male. You're discrediting the loyalness and what your mate is doing for you. See, you see what I'm saying? So you're coming from a strong position.
No, this is not true. I'm talking about our community. Both. And
what I'm saying is you think negative of our people based off of prior experiences.
No. We're not gonna just put it on me, because that's not the case with me. I'm telling you that these are stories that women that I work with. These are corporate women, Aboriginal women that are constantly used.
They're not the template for Black Americans, because that's what I'm saying. Just as well as you can get those scenarios, I've seen the same government official women with husbands,
not just
40-year-old marriages, 20-year marriages, 10-year marriages.
Not just government. There is private sector and public sector.
I know, I'm talking about whatever field. You can name. I can name a field in every field. From the highest form up to McDonald's, and I can show you Black couples. You're saying that you don't see that. That's insane. And I believe that's a lie.
No, it's not. It's actually not a lie. There's women that I know.
So you don't see no Black men with Black women that's loyal and that's holding a solid foundational relationship. You don't see that at all.
I'm not saying that it doesn't exist, Bat.
You say you don't see that. You say you don't see it. So if you don't see it in the whole state of Connecticut, that's insane to me.
No, that's not what I'm saying, Bap. You taking it where it don't need to go. I'm trying to conversate with you. I mean, I'm not trying to push nobody's buttons. I'm telling you literally what I see and what I hear all the time. It's the constant same story. It's always the women and that explain that they're holding the fort for these men. And they're in pain. It's bad. And then you got situations where women marry these men and then later find out that they're seeing other men. It's bad. This is what I'm talking about. So this
You're giving a one-sided story.
No, I'm not giving a one-sided story,
yes,
This is real shit.
You only talking negative about your Black Aboriginal men. That's one-sided.
Bad. I just, when I came on the panel, I said it's both sides.
You have failed to give me an example of both sides, though.
Well, if you want to hear it, okay. There's men.
I want you to explain, but you're already explaining the
I'll give it. All right.
Let me get out the hypocrisy.
When I came on, I said
experiences. Or you witness?
No. My husband is there. No. I'll do it for you this way. Even though I said this could go both ways, so now I'll say it from a man's perspective.
But hold on, does this happen in every race, though, Sister Bethy?
But we're talking about our race. I'm not talking about other people's race.
Yeah, but you're talking about your people leaving our race to go to another race based off of these circumstances. So what I'm saying is, do other races do it too?
Bad. I'm not talking about
other races. They do.
No, I don't see how it works, because that's not what you said on. That's not the question that you posed on your stream. We're talking about our people dating outside the race. So I'm talking about our people.
Right. So listen, Sister Betty,
so why do you want me to talk about?
Listen, we're talking about dating outside of our race. You brought up several examples about negativity about men, giving the alluding the fact that you're going outside of your race because of these reasons.
So all right. Forget the woman. I'll do it from the man's perspective. There are brown men that I know in our community that work really hard, okay, for his family. And the women sleep with their boyfriends, with their man's boyfriends. This happens in our community. So I'm saying it from the man perspective. And they work hard and they cry, and the woman leave him with the kid.
You gotta listen to what you just said leading up to this, because the whole
conversation. I'm putting it from the man perspective, and now you don't want to hear it from that perspective.
No, I do, but I just want you to get to the see. We got to call out the context of why you're saying what you're saying too, not just what you're saying, but the context.
I'm doing it from the man perspective, and now this is not enough for you, Bab. Which one is it? I put it on a man perspective. What I'm
saying is you can't really.
These are real stories.
You can't really speak from a man's perspective.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. There are men that try real hard that work that I know.
From a woman's perspective,
there are men. Bap. There are men that I know in our community that work real hard and try real hard to be the man of his family. This is true. And the woman got on crack and she left him with the kids, and he's struggling by himself to raise the kids. Now, we say it's women like her that make it bad for women like us. This goes on. So I'm saying from the man perspective now. And so because this happened to him, he then found someone of another race who gave him the love that he's been looking for all his life.
Yeah, so but that's dumb though.
It happened to be a white woman.
It's dumb no matter if the man or the woman's perspective. That's what I'm trying to point out. Because the reason you brought up both perspectives, right, is that the man is doing this, the black male is doing this, the black woman is doing this, so we're going to go to the other race because the black male is not treating us right. But I asked you a critical question that's going to be critical to this conversation. Does these other races do they do the same shit in relationship that the so-called black men do to their women?
I would believe so. If I sat and said no, I'd be a damn fool.
So it's an absolute fact. So what I'm saying is to go to another race that could potentially do it. What's the point?
My whole purpose is
sounds like self-hate.
My whole purpose is for saying this is sometimes your love is not in your community. Your love could be across the world somewhere. Who is it that made the decision that all people should stay with their own race? Who made that decision? Was it man or woman who made that decision? Or is it a religious decision? Who made that decision to say people can't fall in love and be in love with people from other countries? That's what I'm asking.
Listen, I don't care about feelings. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care about your feelings. I'm only talking about the reality as it pertains to our people growth. And mixed racing with other people is not an addition to your ethnicity or your lineage. It's just not. It's just not. And so feelings, I don't judge people for falling in love with who they going. That's why you never heard me talk shit about Root Words white girl. You never heard me talk about Cuddy white girl, because I don't care. I just don't agree with it. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go at them people personally, but what I'm saying, I disagree with it, and it's a negativity. And
that's understandable.
And what I'm saying is my point, the perspective of the math. We just use simple math. It doesn't add to your lineage. See, the reason we take pride now in being Aboriginal American Indians is because you're not mixed with nothing else. That gives you credence, right? And so once you take away from that, now you're saying you have a different tune to sing. It doesn't have that much credence. So what I'm saying is it's a negativity to our culture. Now, I don't judge people for doing it, but is it a positive or is it a negative? It's a negative.
Okay.
And a lot of people go through various different situations and end up doing shit that's a negative to them and to their people. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker might grow up in a household with no parents and end up smoking crack and robbing a couple stores and ain't doing life in jail. Circumstances do lead people down the wrong road sometimes.
Well, my dad was like that, and my mom and my grandmother, they were racist, and they don't believe in mixing.
What I'm saying is we got to learn how to preserve our race. If we want to continue to elevate and be able to get into proper seating without allowing people to throw wrenches and obstacles in our movement as progress and generations come, we got to stop it. If you look back at the historical narrative, why do you not got the shit that you got now? It's mainly due to mixing, and those mixed people having split allegiances speaking on behalf of you. So, I mean, it's just really simple when you boil it down to preserving who you are, your lineage and your ethnicity. You want to preserve who you are. You don't want to eradicate it.
Understandable.
But we got Smoke Signal on her, and we got Mobile T on her with us.
I respect everybody's choices, but I understand what you said, and thanks for explaining it.
No, I respect it. I just don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say yes, it's cool when I totally disagree. And nobody can point out me to the benefits of it when it comes to preserving or adding on to your race or lineage. Nobody's pointed out one benefit of mixing.
Do you think well, I was gonna throw another monkey wrench, but I'll let somebody get it.
Go ahead. Now you got it. Mobile T, did you want to say something?
Do you think
yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you, brother.
Man, first of all, this Astro man, I'm one of your supporters, so we're gonna retract on the respect. I ain't gotta be no piece of shit. I get enough flack from my cousin Eli for even joining y'all platform. You feel me? Hold on. Yeah. Shout out to my cousin Eli, PNF.
You know I talk shit.
I know. I already know. Check dig. I ain't sensitive. I'm from Cincinnati and I'm from Atlanta. I'm gonna give you both sides of the perspective because I agree with you on half of it. I do honestly. Having a multiracial child, my only child. I've been a single father for the whole ride. You feel me? I feel like it is a detriment. Yeah, I feel like it is a detriment, and it can cause a lot of emotional things with your children by mixing races. My son is not directly mixed, but his mother's mixed. And I feel like to this day, he still has a problem grasping his full identity. You feel me? So I do agree with you with that. But I'm going to be honest. There's different circumstances, two sides of the coins. I'm 44 years old. At this point, I'm not worried about procreating. You feel me? So in this experience that I'm living, this 75 years to 85 years that I'm blessed to be alive on this earth, when I'm young and handsome and healthy, want to travel the world, I'm not finna limit my balls to no race. I don't go out looking for a certain type of woman, but I'm a people's person, and when I'm out, a lot of different people flock to me. If I see a beautiful Latina, a beautiful Latina. Listen, wait, stop. If I see a beautiful Latina, a beautiful Caucasian, Polish, Asian, shit, I'm not finna be looking at this woman like, man, hell no, I don't want to have some relations with you or experience.
I'm with y'all with whatever y'all want to lust after. That's not my conversation.
It's not about lusting. Hold on, wait. Let me further what I'm saying. I'm talking about even if you didn't. That's not the topic. The topic wasn't about procreation. You said having a relationship. If at this, okay, let's just keep it real. We are in the know, in the understanding of a. Listen.
Is this what it's gonna be?
Let me land my plan. Can I land my plan real quick? Because I'm trying to hustle. I just wanted to chime in. I stopped my hustle just to chime in real quick.
We're gonna chop it up. I want to respond.
All right, check dig. I am in the situation as a 44-year-old truck driver trying to reestablish myself financially. That, to be honest, my life in Atlanta, I probably would not date as much outside my race because there's too many beautiful Aboriginal sisters. Being back in my hometown, Cincinnati, Ohio, is very diverse. And when I say diverse, the culture is streamlined. Everybody pretty much acts the same, but you're gonna have different races of people who are trying to stroke their ego. Yeah, exactly. So my thing is this: financially, I have not found an adequate. First of all, the sisters that I've dated are barely in the know to even acknowledge. They just starting to come around to even understand that they indigenous and autochthonous. So that has not even been a factor. They don't even have that pride line to uphold the standards of being a partner to someone who believes the things that we believe. You feel me? Most sisters, 90%. On the second hand, even though that we can trace our genealogy back to the 1700s, man, ain't nobody pure in this country. And thirdly, there's 50 fucking million of us.
Bro. I don't know about that,
Hold on,
bro.
okay.
Hold on. Hurry up and let your
Listen,
plan, fam, because I got
everybody got some people in their bloodline that has crossed with other races here in the Americas. I don't want to hear it. You feel me? Stop. Wait, let me just make my third point.
Hold on. You said a lot. I can't keep up with everything that you're saying. You're saying a lot, right? And I believe all that you said in the nutshell is all lust factor. And I don't want to get the conversation extended to the mixing. Usually when people are in a relationship with one that they fall in love with, the most thing is procreation. That's how they continue the process of their love. That's the Trinity. 2 men, women, and then the children come, right? So what we're talking about ultimately is the mixing. Is it a benefit mixing outside of your race? We're not talking about the lust of any of these people or anything like that. And yeah, I understand that our people might not understand who we rightly are all the time, but if you know and you get with an Aboriginal, it's your job to elevate, or and vice versa. You see what I'm saying? So, but that's not going to be the case. You're not going to be doing that with the opposite race. So
hold on. So I'm not talking about lust though.
Hold on. You did. You
didn't let me land my plane. I had a third point. I just wanted to say.
Hold on. I got you. You can get to it. But what I'm saying is, you said that you're not planning on procreating. So when you see whatever type of race and they look good, you're gonna take a stab at it. That's lust. That's literally the nutshell of what lust is. Literally. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, I don't hear a benefit of mixing. Another point I got to direct you to, that my people's not mixed. See, y'all got this whole illusion that everybody's mixed, that Europeans was in every existence of the people. No, that's not the case, bro. Majority of Black Americans are not mixed. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Majority. You understand? So
you saying out of your 64 ancestors.
Hold on. So my question to you is, give me a benefit that adds to the preserving of your race, your lineage, your ethnicity by mixing. Give me the benefit of mixing. Go ahead. As it pertains to.
That's not what the topic said. The topic just said relationship.
The topic has evolved to another conversation. That's where we at now.
So that's why I drew the line. I can agree with you. I can agree. Listen, I can agree with you wholeheartedly that mixing with other races is not gonna benefit us as our race. You feel me? As we go. You feel me? I can agree with that. But I'm just commenting on how you establish the whole conversation. You feel me? You establish a conversation.
Just say you in a relationship with the opposite person and y'all sexually active. Is it a possibility that y'all could amalgamate during those activities?
Not with me, nigga. I'm good. I ain't having no more kids.
So you're not in void, but you're not the factor of America. So, and most importantly, we're talking about the next generation that is heavily active pertaining to this conversation. Also, people that's active today as well that may be.
Listen, I honestly feel like it's enough. There's 50 million of us. If somebody decide to choose another race
what I'm saying
to have babies with, I don't think it's gonna hurt us none, brother. I don't. Me, my life. Listen, my life. As a young player to an old player, I ain't never been worried about who another nigga sleeping with.
You're not trying to preserve who your lineage is. I mean, if you don't give a fuck, then it's not going to hurt you. It don't matter. You see what I'm saying?
Bro, how am I not trying to? I can't control what another man do with his balls.
No, I'm saying you said out your mouth. Well, you say you're not procreating, but what we're talking about, whether or not. Now we ain't talking about whether or not you can control it. We're talking about the impact of the ramifications when this shit happens and when it often do happen. Is it a negative or is it a positive? It's very simple.
But we're not living in the same times no more, brother.
Exactly who the people is. We might not know who their girlfriends is and who this, but we know these situations is happening in America time and time again. So what I'm saying is it a negative when it comes to preserving your race and ethnicity and lineage? Is it a positive or negative?
No.
It's just that simple. So when we get into the conversation of relationship, it ultimately is going to go to amalgamating. So this is called the extension of the conversation. Yes, the template is relationship. That's the common basis. The gap to gradually start the conversation, right?
I feel like every woman on the planet is attracted to the American Negro, and shit, we might as well do a contribution to bring everybody in. Shit, you feel me? I mean, honestly.
Yeah, bring everybody in so they can control like your shit now. Okay, cool. Fine. I'm with that. Not really, but I understand what you're saying. Let mix over, let whoever in, we all friends, let them in. Yeah, that's the issue.
I don't know. No, I can't honestly believe that there is. Listen. I can't
entering in our country.
I can't believe that there's more than 10% of so-called Aboriginal Americans, Mississippi clay dirt Negroes that ain't got no white or no other race in them. I'm sorry. I just through the history that I've studied through you and through.
I got family from Mississippi. I ain't never met none of my cousins.
Nah, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying what I'm saying is you included. I would say that maybe only 10% of who people consider themselves Aboriginal can go back 64 ancestors and not find no other races, bro. I mean, come on, we gotta be realistic.
It don't matter. Listen, it don't matter how many you can go back. What we can go by is what we can prove and what we can verify. And
so you can prove that you ain't got no other. You can prove that you ain't got no other races in you. You can prove. How can you prove this? How can you prove this? How can you prove this?
By the records that I've obtained, brother.
So you got records of your 64 ancestors that prove that you ain't got.
I didn't say 64, but listen, I need you to listen. You're talking a little fast. Even if you can only go back 6 generations, it doesn't matter. What I'm talking about is what you can verify. I don't give a fuck if a motherfucker go back 64, 34, or 12. I don't care. What I'm saying is what you can verify. You going off a assumption and a theoretical assumption that doesn't template the Black American in general. So when
maybe, you know what? Maybe so. Let me ask you a question. Maybe it's genetic. So I'm a black is of the black, same copper color black skin, just like you. I know I've seen your pictures. My grandmother's from Virginia. She a Powhatan and a Melungeon. My other grandmother is from South Carolina. I'm sure that there's some admixture in there. Am I not to consider myself an Aboriginal American? Is that what you're saying?
No, that ain't what I'm saying. You can always take ownership to your aboriginality.
So why can't if I procreated with another race? Why?
I need you to hear me. I'm not opposed to you doing that. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, your ass is mixed, so that must be acknowledged as well. You see what I'm saying? So it has to go into the factors. You see what I'm
acknowledging. You know why? Because I'm being honest. Okay. You probably mixed too.
And listen. A lot of people has found mixtures. I ain't gonna say a lot, but a few people that has came around has found mixtures in their brother Astro man. But
hey, you know what? Just women lie, men lie.
Okay, let's do a simple task. There's 5 people on the panel, right? So let's ask everybody else on the panel. So we know my brother Astro got admixture. Wild Savage, you're gonna go to the noble Tennessee man here. Wild Savage, do you have any admixture in your family? Mr. Savage.
What'd you say? Do I have any admixture in my
I know you
grandparents?
You mixed, right? You got some mixture in you, right?
From what?
I don't know. I'm saying you mixed with any other race?
Not my through my grandparents, none that I found yet.
I'm saying any of your people in your lineage, how you found any other race in your lineage through your loins?
That's what I'm talking about. You talking about my grandparents? No.
Yeah, the parents and grandparents. Okay, so
no, it's only one that's questionable.
Okay, so Sister Bethy, what about you?
My grandfather on my mother's side, he had 8 kids by my grandmother and 8 kids by a white lady. So I don't know. What do you call that?
That's not in your lineage.
Okay, right. Direct. You're talking about. You're talking about direct.
Listen, this is how it works. Is any of your parents or grandparents, great grandparents, so forth or so on mixed? Is any of those mixed?
No.
Okay, cool. Let's move on. Now
I know we're against the whole DNA testing thing. I know it's a bunch, but I guarantee under science.
I got you, Astro. I got you. Smoke signal.
I'm all nigga, boss. Come on, man. Stop playing.
I'm just saying. So 99, well, we're going to say 90% of the panel says that they have no admixture.
Hey, women lie, niggas lie, bro. Do the blood work, and I bet you're going to have some more shit in you.
I just want to make sure on the record, Astro, that you say that these kind young brothers and sisters are telling you a lie.
No, I'm not saying that they haven't telling me a lie, but I'm sure that they have not went down the line long enough to know that they got some admission.
I'm at the 1600s, 1700s on both.
So hold on. What I'm saying is, Astro, you saying that you took the time out.
Bro, y'all got 12 generations of grandparents.
Hold on, man. It's a real simple mathematical. It's a real simple mathematical equation, right? Real simple, right? If your mama is a nigga and your daddy is a nigga, you 50-50 nigga on both sides. You can stop trying to go a million generations up to see if there's an inclination of a non-nigga. That shit won't even matter, bro. If your mama,
that's retarded, man. That's retarded.
I know that mathematical equation fucked you up and you weren't prepared for it. But listen again, young nigga. If your mama is a nigga,
hold on, wait. First of all, this ain't no young nigga. This ain't no young nigga. You're not no young nigga. Don't refer to me not no young nigga. This not no young nigga. You talking about?
Listen, hold on, Smoke. Brother, when we say young, we just talking about in the youth or the spirit, bro. We all got young, calm, beautiful spirit. Age is nothing.
Just trying to defect from this man, baby.
Bro, it's all good. You
hey, listen,
to me, bro. You're not nine.
All my grandparents are niggas. You feel me? That still don't mean that we ain't got no admixture.
I thought you just said that one of them was mixed with Melungian.
My great grandmother from Virginia,
so
she a Melungian.
They not all nigga then. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But I'm going by what he just said. He just said if your mama a nigga and your daddy a nigga, then you a nigga. That's not true.
How you not a nigga and your mama and your daddy a nigga? Explain it.
Because they got grandparents too. They got admixtures in them.
Wait a minute. Hold on. In order for your parents to come out to be niggas, they have to come.
Their parents gotta be a nigga too.
Right. That's retarded, man. Hey,
hold on.
That's retarded, man.
Hold on. That's simple math. If your mama a nigga, that means her parents gotta be niggas. And if their parents is niggas, that means their parents gotta be. It's just that simple. The math is math. The math is mathing. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, Smoke. Cook. My bad. I didn't mean to cut your wisdom, gang.
No, you got it. You broke it down for him pretty good.
Wait, listen. My little cousin, right? Y'all all know him. He a YouTuber named I Show Steve. Do he look like a full nigga to you?
No, he can tell me nigga.
You could tell my little cousin Junior mixed.
Yeah, he look mixed.
Stop playing. What?
Shit, white?
Ain't no white folks.
I don't know what he mixed with.
Man, y'all niggas just biased. Y'all just be on here wanting to talk just to hear y'all self talking. Y'all got it. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother. Y'all got it. Y'all niggas.
Thank you. I'm glad I can go ahead on my show. Appreciate you. Hey, but listen, we're gonna take a quick break and let the energy simmer down a little bit. Hey, man, shout out to everybody in the building. Hit that like button, thumb up the videos, hit that like button, support the channel, man.
Okay.
Hey.
It's amazing, y'all. Feel like I'm up for the channel. You know what I'm saying? H2H in the big. The sister coming soon. Let me get to him like I live it, y'all.
They just contenders, I'm Sunday listing. Pay niggas no attention, I'm paying visions. Tall on my pivot, you niggas midgets. Conducting they selves like they children and women. Fucks with my city, but fuck their opinions. I'm focused on profit, so I just go get it. Niggas is characters, I'm building capital. Say that the streets that got happy like Africa. Pistol whipping for you snakes and tarantulas. Don't make me flatten your ass with that spatula. They trying to bleed the game dry like they Dracula. Call me amazing, the mental spectacular. Flipping, smoking, got the flame in the passion. They try to play a nigga like shit wasn't relevant. I'm a big dog, stay stepping like an elephant. City underdog, here to show 'em that I'm better than. Throw my M's up, out the mud, nigga. Throw them O's up, old dub, nigga. Never give up, won't budge, nigga. City love to hate, but hate to love a nigga. Crunk it up, nine's all out the box. Shit crazy, skin is top and down on the pop. About time, I let them see what I got. When I reach the top, I'm never giving up the slack. Game wide open, anyone can take a shot. What is 60 seconds? That ain't shit when you be wrecking. Voice ammunition and my mind is a weapon. Said that I wasn't, but a nigga couldn't help it. The kid legendary, I'm a living legend. Trapping like the 90s, never ride with the skill. Pull up on a nigga with a couple of the mills. Shit so strong, get high from the smell. Who the competition? They gon' have to wear the L. Big brother Lucha.
All right. We back. Drop those fire emojis in the chat, man. Let's get the energies up a little bit. Let's get the likes up a little bit, though. You know what I'm saying?
This is interesting, Bap. Interesting conversation.
It's just a deep conversation. I don't mean to be rude to nobody if it seems like I'm being rude. I'm just passionate in my conversation. Y'all know my charisma is through the roof sometimes. But I stand on what I stand on, though. I haven't heard any benefits of mixing, though. Now, I don't shame people who do mix, okay? I'm just saying, is it a benefit and is it a positive? Is it a negative? You know what I'm saying? So that's what the conversation is ultimately about. You see what I'm saying?
You know what? Back in the 70s, when I was a young girl, I mean, I was an elementary girl too. Do you know, like in the 70s and the 60s, do you know that race mixing they thought was beneficial? A lot of our women and men had that mindset, Bap. They thought if they dated a white guy, that they would have a better life, be able to live a better life, and vice versa for the men. Do you know that? That was some real shit. That was their mindsets when you seen black and white couples in the 70s and the 60s.
That's a lie.
No, seriously, Bap. I'm telling you the God's truth. There are literally black women, okay, I'm using modern day words, who thought like that. They thought if they dated a white guy that they would have a better life. And the same thing with the black guy. I'm serious.
Man, that might be a northern coon mindset, but I ain't never that niggas don't think like down south.
You know what? Oftentimes when I was young, like in the 80s, when you seen
I know a lot of northern places don't think like that I've been to. Hell, some of the most segregated places I've seen in 2000 in this era has been in the Northeast.
I shit you not. When I was like a teenager in the 80s, when you seen a black guy that's an adult with a white woman, they would always say, oh, he's just dating with her because that bitch could get credit cards and she white. I'm serious. That used to be arguments. Oh, he only with her because she could get a credit card and get him a rental. They thought that being with a white woman would benefit them. And the same thing with a black woman.
Nah, you putting that on women in general in the 70s.
I'm saying men and women in the 80s. They used here in the north, they used
that's a faulty perspective about people.
They used to get teased for shit like that.
I am not lying. Some of the most powerful black couples,
all right,
black businesses was booming during the 70s.
I'm talking about that's what they used to say. As
the perspective was to build up black family structure in the house in the 70s. That's where that conversation came from.
All right, you and I are from different eras, and I'm telling you,
I've researched it. I've lived with people.
No, you better ask your mama. Oftentimes,
listen, I live with people that's from the era before you and the era that's of your era. I know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm telling you that when I was younger, when you seen a black guy
You
with a
saying
white
the
girl.
perspective of our men and women in general, that when you see a white man or a woman with the opposite race, that's having a better lifestyle, that's having a better life.
That's what that was the argument.
People thought like that in the
Bap,
70s.
as a woman at BAP, as a woman coming up in the 80s. Now, I was an adult by the time we got to like 86. I was 21 years old. And when you seen here in the North, when you seen a black guy with a white woman, they would tease him and say, "Oh, he only with her so he can get a rental or he can get a credit card." And the same thing with a black woman. I'm telling you that this is what motherfuckers said in my day, in my time. They thought like that. Oh, the only reason why he with her is because he could get this. He just using that white woman.
Some people in from your era in the chat
All
that
right.
totally disagree.
Okay.
So you can't say that that's the perspective of our people in the
well, we need to get some Gen Z people up here. All right, get some Gen Z people up here and ask them, wasn't that something that was often said when there was a black guy with a white girl or a black woman with a white guy in our hoods? They would say that arrogantly. Say that to them. Oh, you only with that bitch because you want to get a credit card or you get a rental, you just using her.
Or she a freak. I heard those things.
They will always say that in my era.
I have heard those things though. I thought you were saying something else about the other perspective. But go ahead. No, I agree with that though.
Chief Kakumbo, he's my era, and he's telling you that because that's how their mindset was back then. Now y'all millennials, things are.
Earlier you said earlier when black people say, you said that's them having a. We thought like, shoot, they have a better life or some shit like. I forget how you worded it.
No,
that's what I was saying. I disagree.
No, the reason why I said that, Bap, is because I said there are women and men who have been hurt by their own community, and what happens is sometimes they get into situations where they meet someone outside their race and it happens to be their life mate. And that's true.
Hey, block that dude in my chat. Block that dude in my chat named the promoter. Block his ass.
I'm not saying,
what is y'all doing?
I'm not saying all situations end up like that, but I'm saying in a lot of cases, they end up with somebody of the other race and they begin to hate their own race. Haven't you heard of that?
Oh yeah, I believe that's one of the negativities of race mixing as well. So I mean, yeah, definitely heard of that.
Our eras are different.
That would be a negative side to race mixing, not a positive.
Right. Correct.
So my only question is, what is the positives of race mixing? That's all.
What is a positive? Where you have a mulatto child where they understand both sides of the table. But
thank you in smoke chat, y'all. The promoter, he in smoke chat.
Where they understand both sides of the table. Where you have a mulatto child that understand both sides of the fence. Where you have that would be considered positive, right?
Not really.
Oh,
it's just him choosing one side. Because in that same scenario, let's say it's two twin mulattoes. One might choose one side, one might choose another side. Ain't no positives in mixing though. You see what I'm saying? So him choosing black wouldn't be a positive.
Okay. So that's the ultimate question. What are the positive? Is there any positivity?
Yeah, I can give you a list of positive reasons why you should mix with your own people, though. You see how that works? I can give you a list of reasons of why you should mix with your own people. I can't give you positivity of why you should mix with any other race. Do you understand? That's the issue.
Yes.
Well, I would say what's positive about mixing with other races is that you have less of the other race after you mix with them.
And you have less of your own race. So now it becomes a lose-lose. So it ain't even a positive. 2 minutes, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I get that. That's if you putting other races on equal standings with niggas, and I don't. By no means whatsoever can any other race be on equal standings with niggas, even when it comes to mixing.
Me neither. So if you mix with something weaker, then your genetics just became weaker. So that proves my point even more.
I get it.
You see what I'm saying, Smoke?
Yeah, I would say that if you keep mixing with other races, but that one shot in the dark, you ain't making nothing weak.
Shit me. You just made your generation, you just split your generation in half with a mixed weak. So now you have of a strong race, according to Smoke, and you have of a weak race. Wired with a strong one and wired with a weak one. That could be some turmoil, usually cause issues. And conflict in legions. So if one of them wants you to pledge allegiance to one side, now he has to pick a side in most points, or don't pick a side and get outcast by the both. You see what I'm saying? That he's supposed to be leading to. So there really is no positive.
Which side is a half nigga gonna lean toward?
It can be either one.
From what you have experienced over your lifespan, which side would a half nigga lean toward?
Well, according to history and how some of these mixed breeds was in allegiance to their pale skin side, I'm gonna say that they lean more towards their side based off of the ramifications of where we at now today.
Okay, well,
us getting our land and getting out of power, we didn't get our white people just didn't come over and brutally do shit to us. And I think Smoke agreed to that. But what we do understand is that they got in power. How? We can look at the mulatto positive, the situation that came through it.
I think it depends on if they have more of their white European features in history. It proves that they gear towards their white European side and don't want to acknowledge their dark skin side.
Not necessarily.
That's true. Most
you got people like Richard Allen, who was mixed, Absalom Jones, who was mixed. They pledged allegiance to both sides. They was for motivating niggas. See, this is the thing about a mulatto when they can pledge allegiance to the opposite side. They can always rally up niggas to be persuaded too. And we've seen that throughout history as well.
No, I think you missed my point.
A lot of people think that other people ISIS.
You missed my point. You missed my point. Back in the 30s, in the 20s, and 1930s, 1920s, 1800s, those people that had more of their white European features geared more of their European side. They went more with their European side. They did not want to be acknowledged as being a Negro.
I'm gonna tell y'all one of the hidden Jews. I'm gonna tell y'all one of the hidden Jews in this movie that just recently came out. I don't even watch movies, right? I haven't watched a movie in a long time. It's probably the first movie I watched in like over half a year. I watched this movie called Sinners, right? And it got a hidden Jew. You know who let the beast in ultimately? Those was metaphors in that shit.
Yeah, but it was
the mixed person who did it.
No, it was a full-blood nigga guarding the door. The mixed one was the one that got bit first, and he let her in.
Nuh-uh. The fat dude that was guarding the door, he didn't let the mixed girl in. I mean, he did let the mixed girl in, but he wasn't bit by the snake at that time. I mean, he wasn't bit at that point. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't bit when he was going that door, and he let that mixed girl in.
Bad.
Yeah, but he still let her in.
Did you? I know you seen the movie Imitation of Life. That's the movie that's proving my point. That's the movie that proved. That's the movie that proved my point of what I was talking about. The movie Imitation of Life. She did not want to be known that she was colored. imitation of life. In those days, they did that.
Yeah, but what's the positive in that though?
There is no positive in that at
That's what
all.
I'm saying. We looking for. I think Smoke was trying to look for a positive in this conversation of race mixing.
I'm saying mixed children lean more toward procreating with black people, with niggas.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, I got living examples that we can use today, like Hawk School.
Okay.
And I know
what
other
mixed. What about Andrew Tate?
Oh, that's
I don't
no,
know,
because
I don't really,
if you look at what's that guy that sings?
Hold on, Lysandra. Hold on. Let me chop you up real quick. What about Andrew Tate?
I don't know that nigga, man. I don't know that nigga. I ain't never talked to that nigga.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you ain't never talked to goddamn a lot of motherfuckers that you can see and verify.
No, I'm just saying, all the mixed niggas that I know go towards niggas. I don't know any. I don't know.
You surrounded by niggas, so virtually anybody that's gonna be there is gonna have allegiance towards niggas. Now, if you was to find yourself in a neutral zone where you splitting between both sides, you would then see the factors that a lot of mulattoes lean towards the mixture side as well.
You ever heard of? I'm not in contest with a lot. I'm saying most. Right? That's the
I got personal witnesses. I got personal people that I know. I ain't gonna say a lot, but I know personal people that I know that's mixed that lean towards their white side for sure.
Come on, man. You saying the majority of the mixed people you know?
Listen, my little sister. I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give a personal conversation. My little sister is mixed. Okay, Smoke. She's so much of allegiance towards pale skins. She's moved to Europe.
Now that's crazy.
And discommunicated all contact with any of her Negro family members.
Ooh, I know a positive.
And this is my sister. Okay.
Okay, now, besides your sister, name one other mixed kid that did that.
My cousin Trey. My cousin Trey, his name is Deep Waters, and he actually been in the chat before.
And he mixed, and he like white people more?
He's mixed, and his baby mama is mixed. I mean, it's white.
Wait a minute. No, hold on.
That's where his allegiance is. That's where we talking about genetic mixing too. Let's keep in context. Smoke.
I'm talking about just leaning towards one side or the other.
When we say allegiance, we're talking about mixing as well. So once you mix, that's right. You picking. That's you. So my little cousin Trey, for example, another one, he's mixed. My uncle Teddy is his motherfucking daddy, right? His mama Stacy, he mixed. His baby mama is white. I give you more examples, bro. And you know some. You might know more mixed that lean towards black in your physique.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know one mixed individual that went white. Not one that I've ever known or been introduced to. Not one. They all fuck with niggas. Every last one of them.
So are you under the impression that all mixed people allegiance is towards niggas? Is that what you're?
No, I'm under the impression that most mixed kids fuck with niggas. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, no. I
know not all. Because I know not all non-mixed niggas fuck with niggas. So of course I ain't gonna say all.
Right.
So I'm saying in that respect that if niggas start to mix and most of the children go back nigga, then we getting more niggas out of that deal. I relinquish the flow.
Now name some mixed people that has did positivity for your peoples on a global scale or in a large scale. Go ahead, Smoke.
You say name a
mixed person that is majority. Since they allegiance is majority for you, what is the positivity that they have brought? Because you just being majority for niggas ain't a positivity to you. It's a positive to them. You got culture, you got swag, you got a lot of shit that come with you just being who you are. whether you mix or not. All races flock to you, whether they're mixed or not. So benefiting and leeching off and being attached to black people is not a benefit to black people. Maybe to the mulatto in that case.
Okay, so I'm not.
So now, what is the positivity of mixing in general? That's my question. What is the positivity for black people? What do you get adding to your preserving to your lineage? Like, what is the benefits? What is the positivity? Go ahead. Because now I'm with you. This majority do lean towards niggas. But majority of the culture in America do as well, though. And they're not even mixed. So that's not and void, I feel like.
You have the ability to hide your lineage in a white motherfucker, so that they get.
No, this is smoke. This is
hold
smoke.
on. Y'all mute up. Me and Smoke chopping. I'm gonna let y'all get it in though, because I want to hear your perspective, Big Dog.
That's smoke. No. That's for smoke.
Me and Smoke chopping it up because because I feel like Smoke playing devil's advocate, trying to find and you know perspective. He can critically analyze this shit. He's looking for a positivity in race mixing.
Yeah, well, the only thing I'm inclined to
and let's be honest, Smoke, you struggling with finding a positivity. I can give you a list of them. I can give you a list.
I got one.
I can give you a list of tomorrow of positivities of mixing with your own people. I can give you a list of positivities.
The only thing I can truly say is positive for it is that you get more niggas out the deal. Because I can't say for absolute. Because I can't say
you get half niggas.
Right. So every 2 mixed people, you get a whole nigga. But look, what I'm saying is, right, look, right, you get a whole nigga and a 0, whatever the other mix was.
But for every two,
man, you gotta, I know.
But for every 2 mixed ones, you get a white one as well. You see, you can't say that if for every 2 you get a nigga without saying you're gonna get a white one too. You see what I'm saying?
No, so it's not, you're not gonna get a white one. You're not. I would say for every 5 mixes, you might get a white one. Right, that's what I'm saying. And for every 5, you might get a white one. All depend on what the children
lean to. If it's 50-50, how you gonna say two mix make a nigga, but 2 mix don't make a white? How's that matter?
Because the way I figure this is, the children is gonna decide how that turns out.
No, I see what you're saying. You're saying majority gonna lean towards where the niggas at anyway.
Right. So eventually you're gonna get back to a nigga, right? Less white people is what I'm saying. Or whatever race niggas mixing with. Because niggas tend.
And that's theoretical though. And I do disagree with you. I believe that I can find on a political scale or in a large scale speaking for our people, I can find more mixed people that's speaking on behalf of our people that's not speaking for the positivity of our people.
Well, yeah, I can find more niggas, pure niggas, speaking bad about niggas than any other race speaking bad about themselves. So that's just a peculiar disposition.
Well, yeah, maybe so. Maybe so.
It's just a peculiar.
Sometimes we are, it's an expression that we use, probably that no other culture use. We are our own biggest criticizers. You feel me? And I believe that may be even sometimes the case. So we just have a different rhythm. Sometimes we're a little more accountable than other people. So we can't go off of that. You see what I'm saying? Because you just said that other people are weaker than us. They're not like us. We're the stronger out the bunch. So what we do is stronger, whether we talk about ourselves publicly or not. That's stronger, right? What they do.
Let's do an investigation. Can we do an investigation?
Yes, sir.
Out of all the historical figures that we know had mixed spouses, can we find that their progeny went black or white, and do the statistical analysis based on that? Like Frederick Douglass, he had a white bitch. Okay. What did his progeny end up being? Did they go back white or did they go back black?
Well, when he got with white chicks, he couldn't amalgamate like the dude Astro that was up here talking. So his mixing, well, he's not mixing, he's just lusting with white women at that point. And I'm not here to argue anyone lust.
He couldn't amalgamate.
But Smoke, I want to ask you this. Hold on, Grateful. I want to ask you this. Out of all the mixed people that we know historically, figures, name one that did something positive for your people as the niggas. And I can name 10 of them that did something negative to the niggas. But go ahead, Smoke. I want you to name one that did something positive.
All right, let me see who was mixed. Who they said was mixed. I'm trying to think.
Malcolm X. Are you?
I don't think Malcolm X was mixed. I think both his parents was niggas.
Yeah,
His mama was
No, both of his parents was niggas. No, Malcolm X is out the question.
His mama was white. His mama's mama was white, and his mama came from that white woman, so it makes her.
Well, in this case, we're talking about full like a mulatto. We ain't talking about somebody that's 75, like 111 truth searcher. You see what I'm saying? So we're talking about somebody that's 50-50. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm trying to think
of somebody up to date right now in present.
Like a literal mixed person, like you're mixed, you're 50-50.
Malcolm is a literal mixed person. His mama white and his daddy black. So
no, Malcolm X mama was not white.
His daddy not no damn white, man.
Yes,
pull that up right now, Epic. Come on now. I'm gonna get to you in a second. I'm gonna give you enough time to pull that up. I'm gonna get to you in a second, Epic. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna get back to Smoke, but I'm gonna give you enough chance to pull that up, though.
All right, they showed that even in the movie.
His mama was mixed. She wasn't white.
Oh, well, when I said white, I'm talking about from my perspective as to family lineage. She came from a white mama, so she white.
His mama got a black parent.
Yeah, maybe her dad, but she came from a white woman.
So listen, we're talking about somebody that's 50-50. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Not somebody that's 75.
Okay.
Black, like 111 truth searcher. I just gave you another example. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about like a Barack Obama. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
All right, come on, Smoke. Back to you. Let's go. You should have found at least one mixed nigga within the conversation that I just had with Epic, nigga.
Yeah, I'm looking for a mixed nigga. Most
of
the ones I know.
You're hard pressed.
Yeah, most of the ones I know is like,
don't strain your brain.
No, I'm not. I'm looking for a nigga that was actually half and half. I'm trying to find one. I'm trying to find one that was actually just black and white, down the middle. That we can use as a barometer. I'm finding niggas who like grandmama white and granddad or some shit like that, which already suggests that they lineage chose nigga. You feel me? Even just looking for one with a bad report is leading me to a lot of mixed people going back nigga. I said it first. Hold on. I just want to find one that didn't, the one that just was mixed on the world stage. Just one.
One that did something positive. But I can find a ton that was mixed that did something negative, bro. There's tons of them in history, bro.
All right, come on. You go first then, because I'm having trouble finding one.
All right.
No, Dap, don't let him off that loosely. Let him find it first.
Okay, hold on. Frederick Douglass, an influential abolitionist, orator, writer, and statesman who was born to an enslaved mother and a white father. That's one. Booker T. Washington. I don't know. Booker T. was a sellout. I ain't gonna use him.
You don't think Frederick Douglass was neither?
I ain't never known him to be accused as a sellout. Shit. He might have been. I don't know. All right, we got The Rock. He won a couple of belts for the WWE.
Man, that nigga Northwest Islander, cuz. Come on, cuz.
What about Alicia Keys? What about Alicia Keys? What about Alicia Keys?
You reached
what about Alicia Keys
in the bag, boy.
Hold on.
Nigga, everybody know Frederick Douglass the biggest sellout. This nigga smoke crazy.
Frederick Douglass was an abolitionist. He was trying to get you niggas. He was trying to get you to free you niggas' mind. He was trying to get you niggas to free your mind.
You might as well say Black Quaker, my nigga. You might as well say Black Quaker. You might as well then later on say Black Masons.
It ain't that many of them, bro. It just ain't that many of them. I don't see a lot of them. You got Frederick Douglass, Booker T, Alexandra Dumas. You know, that's that French nigga. I don't know this Mary Seacole. I don't know who the fuck she is. Joseph Baloney. I don't know who the fuck he is. Barack Obama. Now we know that nigga wasn't no
Barack Obama is Northwest Pacific Islander. He ain't even us.
Okay, Tiger Woods.
Okay, boom, you found one. Boom. But we're talking about historical figures that did something positive for our people. That nigga just played golf. But I know where you're going with this. You trying though. You are really trying, Smoke. You are. We was talking about historically.
Okay,
and Tiger Woods, I will give you Tiger Woods is half and half. But he ain't do shit for our people, bro. Come on now. They traded him in the Dave Chappelle show, nigga. They traded Tiger Woods.
Well, I'm standing on Frederick Douglass because he was the influential abolitionist.
Hey, somebody get Chief Cool out the chat, man. Block his ass, man. We don't want none of these whole ass trolls in my chat, bro. Come on, moderators. No troll, no hoes in my chat.
All right, I'm gonna have to get Mulatto up here for this because he know all about the mixed people.
No, Smoke, you got this. Baptist challenging your ass. Then pull it out.
It's just a quick sparring. I wouldn't want to spar with nobody else but Smoke. And really, it wasn't a spar. He just playing devil's advocate because he don't agree with race mixing. And he knows it ain't no positive. He was just trying to reach for one for those that do have that perspective, just for, our conversation's sake.
Mm-hmm. And that's a great conversation because Smoke, when you think about an aspect of say a mulatto, do you want us to bring up, right? Do they have our best interest in heart? Are they really for us, Smoke?
Like I said, it's niggas that ain't for us. So I don't even know if that's the point. Unless it can be quantified that every time somebody mix, that them niggas is sellouts, then I can go with that. But it's too many niggas that sell out and ain't mixed with a goddamn thing. I think it's more pure niggas that sell out than it is mulatto niggas that sell out.
Okay, I hear you, and that could be a qualification, right? That could be something that we see. But for me, I think personally, for me, I think niggas just sell out because they want to be something, right? They want to be seen, they want to be heard type niggas. That's the sell. That's how they sell themselves out because they want to be that, but they really not that. So I'm gonna ask you and Bap, as we are, and we come across these, these lands on this internet aspect or this wave, right?
Nah, look, I'll be back. I gotta go pick my folks up from work, but it'll be like 20 minutes.
All right, go ahead, do your thing. But
Okay,
over
so
and
back
on,
for you.
listen, I don't judge anybody for who they do. I just want to make that clear. I've said it several times. I just want to make it clear for those that's coming in. I just want to talk about the ramifications of it. Is it a positive or is it a negative to our people? Obviously, I'm standing with that. It's a negative.
And I'm with you when you say it's a negative. And the reason why I agree with you when they say it's a negative is that from my personal experience, I think people want to just downplay other persons, right?
Yeah, I said I don't judge you that you mix. I just told y'all little motherfuckers I got mixed siblings.
Who just cut you? Who just said something to you?
Nobody. Kelly Green mix. That's my sister though. Shout out to Kelly Green. You see where I'm coming from. But you gotta see where I'm coming from, Kelly.
I just think that, listen, it doesn't matter what you are, it's your perspective. And what your perspective is and how you're portraying it amongst the people. So how you bless us with your talking points, how you bless us or what you say and you convey is what you give off, right? So if you're for us, then be for us. If you're not that, don't come for me, don't come amongst something that you're not in agreement with. Because we don't have to. We don't have to have an argument. Just
But
don't be in that space.
for y'all race mixers, if y'all want to come and hit the panel and tell me what's a positivity from it. But go ahead, y'all got the flow. Wild Savage, you still on here? Epic, you got the flow, gang.
Yeah, I'm here, man. Hey, me, I think, as it pertains to, genetic survival, if you will, or your survival, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I got the video on my page as well that I posted. It was a short where dude was asking the white girl, black guys or white guys, and she said black guys, and he asked her why, and she broke it down and said because black guys have melanin, and I know in order for my children to survive on this planet, they need melanin in their skin, and that's her way of being able to leave, her legacy, being able that her children were able to survive. And I've been saying this that we keep thinking this got something to do with love, maybe in our mind. I mean, that's okay, but to so-called white women like her who have that perspective, it's a detriment to you because for one, you don't even know. You think it's about love, but to her, it's about survival. And when that misunderstanding is there, without for one at least trying to have the conversation, and two, comprehend and understand it, you move forward on a faulty premise. And you don't even know if you're being used for your genetic material, your melanin or whatever like that. You don't know that because you sprung off the pussy and you think that white woman did woo this, woo that. And so you sprung. But that don't negate the truth. That's why I think it's a negative, because you're essentially knocking out people. I wouldn't say knocking out people out the box, but what you're doing is you're furthering their lineage, not yours like you think you are, especially if you ain't married to her. You know what I'm saying? We keep thinking just because we go out and have these children and the fact that the children are born is what binds two families. No, that's not what binds the two families, because you two may have a mixed child together, but that side of that father or mother, the mother and the father side, they're not blood related. There is no relation there. The only relation is between the mother and the father who made that child. So this illusion of everybody being one happy family just because this so-called black man went and had a baby with this so-called black woman, now we all family. No, that's not so. That's not true at all. And that ultimately can be the issue. It draws the wedge in between our people when it comes to this perspective. But that's just my opinion. I yield.
Now, was you were speaking from a perspective of a pale woman?
Hey, shout out to my sister Sharice, man, in the building. Hit the link. Come talk to me. J. Cole has a white mom. Yeah, that's true. He is mixed.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of mixed people. Yeah.
No, Sharice.
I got a mixed sister. We talking about one that did something positive for the benefit of our people historically. So that's what we're talking about. I can name a bunch of mixed people here. I got 2 siblings, brothers and a sister that's mixed.
I don't have siblings, but I have an auntie. My aunt Shirley, she was a pale woman, and she lived her life as a pale woman, and she never wanted to mix because she grew. I mean, of course,
he became a state trooper like last month.
Yeah.
Like, he just became a state trooper. Just made it through trooper school and all that shit.
So, Bap, I have an aunt. She's going now, but when she was this was in the 50s. She never wanted to have anything to do with my grandmother or my grandfather.
Kelly Green, tall, dark, and handsome, wasn't a phrase that was applied to Negro men. It was applied to Italian men. Go look it up. and it's mostly white women that said it when they talking about a white man. Go look at it. All the historical references of they're not talking about Negroes. But yeah.
So can I ask you about what brought up this conversation?
Earlier, I heard them going back and forth, and I heard that Dulcinea had an African husband, and I was just wanting to chop it up with her about that conversation and stuff, and in general, since it was public and stuff.
So shit, where's Dulcinea at?
I think she's still over there on Root Channel.
Because we definitely need her here. Because listen, because they also came at me too. My man is from Guyana. And if y'all know any history about Guyana, y'all do know that the American folks are the one that flooded Guyana. I don't know if y'all know that true history when it comes to that. Guyana is very Americanized. That is not a place that they're Spaniard. Okay? Those folks that are in Guyana are from fucking America. Grandparents, great grandparents, that's what they are. So when y'all equate them to be like, oh my gosh, they're a Spaniard, they're this, they're not.
Well, we got
right?
Huh? Yeah, and that's why I've always said one's nativity is not contingent upon birthplace, because you could be an American by blood and be born somewhere else.
That's not what we talking about, Sharice. Yeah, he good, but he ain't did shit for our people on the large scale. But I fought with J. Cole though. You know what I'm saying? I always been a J. Cole fan since I was a shorty. You feel me? But nah.
Yeah, I like it. I like his music.
But I'm being like, this is a deep conversation, and these are the conversations sometimes that need to get had. They're a little uncomfortable for people, but fuck, that's what we do though. We have these conversations.
We should have these conversations.
And I feel like I don't care. Like I said, I'm gonna say it once again, I don't give a fuck who y'all niggas be dealing with. I'm just talking about the ramifications. You see what I'm saying? And I haven't heard one positivity yet from race mixing. Not one.
And someone, because y'all know y'all fucking follow us, go tell Dulcinea we need her to fuck over here on Bab's channel.
Yeah, calm down. We do need her over here though, for sure.
We do. So y'all motherfuckers go get Dulcinea and tell her to fucking come the fuck over here.
I don't want to make it seem like we having a show about pretty much her.
No, it's not about it's not about her.
Grateful. Hold on. I just want to make it clear.
My bad.
You good, sis. You good. I don't want to make it seem like we, you know what I'm saying? Because I want her. I figure she'd have already been in the chat. We're almost 2 hours in. You feel me? So I would love to get her perspective on it and get, we do these words on the street. I put one person on the panel. I asked them a lot of the questions. Some of them are uncomfortable. Some of them are rapid. Some of them may be even what we would call hot seat questions. And we let her clear the air, and we give our perspective as well. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all haven't seen my official word on the streets, I got like 20 of them on this channel. They lit. I got Smoke on the hot seat one-on-one with some serious questions and stuff that was going around. Big Dog, I think I did one with Big Dog. Didn't I do one with you? It's a hot seat, ain't it, Big Dog? Tell him.
Nigga, you didn't put Supreme on that bitch. Like, listen, we know
I think
you
I put
Supreme. You did.
You did. Don't look at it. I even put Sarnetta on the channel. He even came on word on the streets. I questioned him.
You did.
Asked him about fucking trannies and him being gay, because these are the things that we say about him in the community. It gets deep, bro. We ask the serious questions that people may not want to ask.
And that's how come I appreciate you, little big bro. Because guess what?
I think they've been around. I should put his. I think I want to put him in a word on the street. Just chop it up, ask them a couple questions pertaining to the conversation. I think that'll be lit.
I think you should do it, and I know you should do it, because guess what? People are afraid to get into the aspect, I'ma say it, and grateful is saying it. They don't want to get to the fruity looty aspects. You know what I'm talking about? I'ma say it that way. They don't want to get to the fruity looty, but motherfuckers be talking fruity looty all a lot, right? So Bap, who better to do it than you? Cause you're very I'm gonna give you your flowers right now. You're very gracious, right? You have this understanding that you can understand the other aspect of narratives of people and how they see things, and you're the one to do it. So goddamn it, BAP, the BAP the BAP News,
Hey,
always here.
tell you something. It's something that I gotta work on hard. Is to critically analyze everything, even sometimes my perspective, which I often do, even live with you guys. We got to get out of this thing that's called in-group biasness, and it comes with anyone who dedicate their time to a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, certified, you funny as hell. Bring your country ass up here, nigga.
Well, Bap, I'm gonna say this to you. You're able to do it, and that's because I've always loved you. I love you. I mean, I don't love you more than I love A1, but I'm just saying.
Good. That's my big brother. That's big brother.
Listen. I love him. Anyway, but no, you're definitely the one to do it, and I commemorate you, and I know that you're gonna go far. Listen. I really do know you're going to go far because you understand the context of the people, the way we think, how we're triggered, how we're bothered. And I like the fact that you stay calm. I like the fact that you stay calm through this shit. Your commonality through all of this shit is what helps a lot of people. And they don't see that shit. I do. My little big bro, my little big cousin. You have this calmness about yourself. That means you have studied yourself well, Bap. I know that you calmed yourself down enough to study us. You understand what I'm talking about?
Right.
So I appreciate that grace that you've given yourself. So big up to you. And I'm gonna be the fuck quiet, but I'm gonna just tell you right now. I'm giving you your flowers right now, young bro. You are gonna make it big. Okay? This shit is you got this in a bag.
Nah, bro, chill out. Sanchi. She talking about Dulcinea, gang. You tripping? You bogus as hell, gang. Sanchi, bring your country ass up here, nigga. You always in the chat talking shit. This nigga Sanchi, bro. This nigga ain't shit. Hey, MP Lucky, come up here, cause you a mixed breed, fam. Bring your ass up here. Of course, we gotta get the mixed people perspective. I don't know what the fuck he mixed with though, but let's start there. But hey.
Hold up, these niggas ain't jumping up because these niggas they jump up any other time. Y'all niggas afraid because BAP on this bitch? Y'all afraid of the Bapitins? Where y'all niggas at? Y'all got a lot to talk. So now the Bapitins in the building. Y'all niggas ain't stepping the fuck up.
You why? That's more of a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no debate.
Nah, nigga. Any other time, these niggas be jumping up. Bom, bom. They be jumping. The Bapitins in the building. Where y'all niggas at? Y'all afraid of the Bapitin? Y'all don't want to be baptized by this nigga? Huh? You don't want your head in the water, nigga? Or bitches? Where they come from?
Right, Mo, you funny as hell. Y'all some funny ass niggas in the chat, bruh. I swear to God. Y'all crazy.
No, niggas ain't crashing out. Oh, BAP's in the building. Niggas is afraid for real. So hold up. Hit the jump. Come up, niggas. Come up, mentions. Minions. Come the fuck up. Where y'all
I'm
at?
just saying though.
Oh,
y'all be like,
BAP. They afraid of you, nigga. They afraid, nigga. They don't want to get baptized. Niggas don't want to be baptized. You don't want back to put you in the water and sink your ass in. Ha 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 ha.
Grateful funny as shit. Shout out to everybody that's in the building though. But listen though, man, y'all niggas talking about these other races. Y'all see what they be doing? Just be throwing random motherfucking spices in. Ain't washed their hand. He washing his hand with the water. Man, y'all niggas be wild. That's that holy hand soup. You don't be eating that? Come on, y'all niggas be eating that. Sister Betty?
What's up, Bab?
What you got going on?
I was just listening to everybody.
Oh, what my man Willie
Hey,
at?
Sister Becky, can you agree with me? Niggas afraid. They don't want to be baptized. Niggas be coming up all day. Niggas be online all day. Then he come to Baptist. Niggas don't want to get
Lord.
baptized. Niggas don't want to be baptized. Y'all talk shit all day, every day. Then he come to Baptist.
Hey, but listen, no, I'm just pointing out some facts.
It's your auntie, babe.
Hey, Sister Betty, you like the Asians, right? Yeah, don't get you a little Asian. Let them fry you up a bamboo bat. Huh? Yeah, you said you was hungry. Yeah, you said you want a little Asian. Yeah, a nigga gonna give you a flying rat.
Just because I said that I like them don't mean that I eat all the food they eat.
You gonna be submissive and do what he say.
No, that ain't the kind. Nah, I ain't eating that. I fry his ass some chicken, and that's just gonna be it.
Nah, you don't eat that, nigga. He eat bat only, nigga, with soy sauce. See, you already ain't being submissive. You turn into a Shanae now. You back talking, you gonna do what you want to do. See, you already going against the grain. See, already. See,
Back.
See,
this conversation was pretty deep, but I think it was unfair too. I think it was unfair a little bit.
Okay, tell me why.
Well, everybody gave great input.
Yeah, they did.
I think all of us had a different understanding of the question. I think that in a little later on, you made it a bit more clear.
Well,
you and Smoke together. It took you and Smoke to make it more clear to me of what you was trying to figure out, like what is positive.
I feel like it was clear. The relationship part of the conversation is vague. The main point of the conversation I want to have was with Dulcinea, but she haven't came in yet. So, but off of that, we were going to stimulate off of a couple factors that I want to have. But listen, this is y'all like this crazy. Y'all like this, Sister Betty?
No, I ain't say I like rats. I said I like Asians. I ain't say I like rats.
Oh, stop, my bad. These are Africans. Come on.
Oh, wait. See, now you didn't ask the question. There's races that I won't date. I know that. There's races of people that I won't date of other cultures. That should have been a question you asked. Like, I will never date an African.
My question that I want to ask. That's the question you want to ask. Nigga, I asked it what I wanted to ask, and then I felt like, it was a very precise question.
It was a good question that you asked. It was interesting.
Now look, Dulcinea, don't tell me, come on now, big Indian business. We better not be getting fed no motherfucking fufu and rat.
I wouldn't date no African.
Don't, come on now. See, that's what happens. See, your grandmama wouldn't approve of this. Your grandmama didn't make this. See, y'all mixing up cultures and shit. Now you beefing with your grandmama and shit. Nobody want your ass to come around. See? What's up, Lucky?
Oh boy, it's trouble
What you
now.
say? What you say?
What'd you say, fam?
Hey man, you got to turn my mic up, man. I'm on the iPhone 12. This
Nah,
the burner phone.
your mic up, bro. I'm gonna turn it back up.
Okay, man, cause it's the burner phone, Jack. You gotta understand me. But what's up, man? Hey, man, word on the street, man. Word on the street. The Indians and the Aboriginals ain't fucking with each other. What's going on, man?
The Aboriginal Indians ain't fucking with you.
They ain't fucking with you. They ain't. What's going on? What's the beef, bro? I've been.
Oh no, they love me, nigga. Everybody love me. You ain't heard one nigga say they don't fuck with me. Who said they don't fuck with me?
No, not that. No, not you. Nigga been going at Supreme. I've been sitting back watching, man.
Listen. That they did. They was having their issues, but that's done. I talked to Chief. I talked to Wild Savage. That shit done.
Oh, you playing bit mediator? That what you were doing?
No, just like we
mitigation,
in, bro.
Mitigation.
We got big Aboriginal Indian business to do. You feel me? So at the same time, when I rock with some brothers and I know the mission, sometimes we be getting and roadblocks, and sometimes nigga gotta, you know what I'm saying? Here go a shortcut, boom. We just get back on the path. You feel me? Ain't nothing small thing to a giant, my nigga.
Okay, well, I'm just peeping back looking.
You know, sometimes it's turmoils. You feel me, my nigga? It happens. You feel me?
Hey, look, all I'm saying is the trap jumping right now. I don't know what y'all boy got going, but that's
the trap jumping though for sure. But I don't know what's going on though. I'm out the loop. Maybe you know more than me though. What been happening? What you see?
Listen, let me put you on speed. You could just put it off on. Oh man, it's your Pan African cousin. He was tripping. He don't know what he talking about. But
well, we got people over that's gonna check you and see if you lying too. But go ahead.
So niggas was going at Chief Supreme John and your boy A1, calling them boys pseudo. A1 pulled up today and addressed all the, you know what I'm saying? He dressed a little shit, you feel me? So word on the street is, you know, it's a little coalition and they trying to divide and conquer. That was the exact words that I believe Sister Betty used. You know, I was low key finna do a reaction video on some Poetic Flacco shit. But I was like, man, I'ma chill. I ain't gonna do too much. You know. But man, I've been watching.
Wait, what you talking about? Divide and conquer, Sister Betty.
You come up with what I'm talking about. Come on, don't do that.
Hold on, Grateful. No, he was capping. Sister Betty, you didn't have nothing to do with none of this shit.
Okay, yeah, don't put me in nothing.
No, when you was the other day when you was like at some people trying to cause a divide and conquer in the community and stuff. Remember you said that?
Oh yeah, well there is. I thought y'all said today. I said that.
No. He was talking about his in the past when we did.
Yeah, no, I'm just giving a synopsis of what's been going. That's just what's been going. That's all.
Oh no, that's regular though, fam. People disagree, man, but you know, I thought I set the record straight yesterday. If you didn't see that bill yesterday, go check it out. We set the record straight. But it's all love though, fam. You feel me?
So if you set the record straight, you can let the record reflect real quick what it is.
Everything.
Okay, no doubt. So why Dosey at the top of the conversation did? Ain't she an Indian?
Yeah, she Indian for sure. She ain't in no bad spot or nothing. It's just some questions we want to ask. There was some stuff that came about in conversation. So it just sparked another conversation over this side. You see what I'm saying? And I was hoping that maybe Dosey could indulge in on the conversation with us. But my brother Wild Savage up here with us, and I know they solid. So
yeah, Wild Savage down there be trying to speak for her with his looking ass. But
damn. Well, sometimes y'all be trying to go at the women when the men be up there with the same perspectives, but y'all fail to go with them. So sometimes I understand when the brothers do that. You see what I'm saying? But I understand what y'all saying too, though. It is a verbal combat, and it is unisex. That means women can get involved. That means women can get involved as well. Men and women can get involved in combat as well. It's nobody's gonna get physically hurt, so everybody's in level playing grounds when it comes to that.
I always say, if you don't want to engage, then just don't engage. You
So
know.
I understand both perspectives, though. I'm able to look at shit from both perspectives. Benny.
What's going on, Bap? How you doing, bro? Peace to everybody out there.
I can't call it Kool-Aid.
Wellness to you, and wellness to the baptism. Okay, you're in the baptism aspect. When you come in here, understand this is a baptism.
Hey, it's only two things I ain't seen before. What you smoking on over there, Benny?
Some jet fuel.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Root words. Come on the panel. I noticed you didn't come on the panel. We know your perspectives. But come on.
Nah, this a cool topic, man.
Yeah, it's a decent little topic. You know, shout out to everybody that was indulging in on the conversation that happened earlier on. I don't know if it was Smoke or Rootworth's channel, but I was watching it earlier. I was listening to it. Root, nigga, you scary, bro.
His phone still fucked up.
Nigga, Root words, you just showed me like $400 in ones the other day. Nigga, go buy a little phone, my nigga. Go buy you a little phone. Get you a little Android Galaxy 6, and you in the game, nephew.
Hey, go get him a chirp or something, bro. A little burnout.
Big Dog Philly OG, what you doing, man? You ain't talked to your motherfucking nephew since you been up here, nigga. What's going on? You fucking with the mixing? You cool with it?
You already know the answer to that, Bat. What's good, Bat? Shout out to my nigga Bat.
Yeah.
Everybody on the panel, Sister Bethy, Lysandra.
Come on, Ru.
You and everybody in the chat, man. Power to the motherfucking people, man.
Wellness, Philly. Wellness to you and your family.
Hey, Ru, you've been one of the biggest conversations that get brought up when it comes to mixing. You feel what I'm saying? Because you spoke about your white baby mama, your open mixed son and stuff like that. So come on up, or you perfectly engaged. And I love to hear your perspective. Of course, I'm gonna give you my stance and pushback. And even Benny Jones can even speak to being set in pro sale to being a mixed racer as well.
No, shit, I want to. I like shit like
Bat,
this.
real quick. Y'all didn't talk about the aspect of mixed children, their mentality.
We didn't even get to that part yet.
How a lot of them is they self-hate, don't want to be, black.
Hey, listen, hold on, big dog. You gotta say some of this. I'll be saving some of this for debate, big dog. You gotta kick back. I'll be saving some of this. You understand? Let's go though, Benny Jones. You got the flow.
Nah.
Now I'm just gonna say, a lot of mixed children are confused. Their psyche ain't the greatest because they're torn between both worlds, and one of the worlds is not positive. You know what I mean? So a lot of them are lost with the mentality because they're torn between black and flag on the plate, black and white. I've seen a lot of it. They don't know who they want to be, if they want to be on the nigger side or if they want to be on the Caucasian side. A lot of confusion. That's what I see with mixed kids. But you got it.
Nah, our spot bogus as hell. His ass got to chill. You knew what I was trying to say, Gary. Chill out. Go ahead, Benny. You got it, bro. Use a race mixer.
No, go ahead. No, it's an interesting topic because, like you and Smoke were saying, I've seen both sides of that coin, bro. Like most mixed people I know, they mess with niggas more than the white side, and vice versa. Yet, me personally, I love women, period, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with no color or none of the shit that we deal
I
with,
mean, you
bro.
should, and that's for another conversation if you
No, no,
didn't.
no, 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 real. But I'm saying that to say, at the end of the day, my lady, she Mexican. It ain't that, you know, I chose her over a sister or like nothing like
But
that.
you did
At
though.
No, at the end of the day, when I met her, I wasn't messing with nobody. Shit, I wasn't trying to mess with nobody.
And so
Any
you
chick I
chose her over a sister. I mean, it's just the fact. You're not with a sister. You with a Mexican. That means you chose a Mexican over a sister. That's the fact.
no, because at the end of the day, like I said, it wasn't nothing like I was on a hunt just for a Mexican woman.
I
That's
mean,
not
whether
true.
you was on it or not, you chose one, and you chose it. Whoever you chose in this case, it happened to be over the black woman in this case because it's not a black woman, so or Aboriginal woman in this case. So you literally chose.
And that's but just like it has
Your mic messing up, bro. Get some. Go back. Turn your Wi-Fi off right quick, gang. Turn your Wi-Fi off. Turn your Wi-Fi off because you getting farther and farther away from the crib. You got to turn that motherfucking Wi-Fi off. Oh, hold on. Let me give Sanchi a wrench in the chat. Hold on. Because
all right.
Sanchi over there getting blicked the fuck out. Let me get my nigga. Go ahead. You got the flow, though, gang.
Yeah, but no, like just like Big Dog was half-ass saying about the bullshit with the kids. My daughter mixed. She only 8, but because of a lot of shit that affect us in general, that shit has the trickle
It's
down
only
effect.
half-assed because you couldn't understand it, but basically I was stating facts that
No,
how
no,
I
no.
feel
I get
fundamentally
what you're
fuck
saying,
with
Big Dog.
color.
No,
But you got it,
no,
brother.
no. You right in what you said. I'm just saying people in general. At times we don't get shit. But what I was explaining, my daughter tell me conversations about that at school. Like, oh, this girl asked me why is my hair curly the way it is, or this, that, and the third. And I explained it to her because at the end of the day, that's my job as her dad to do it. Number one, but second, if a person chooses anything outside their race, whatever their perspective is on it, bro, my daughter knows she's part Indian and whatever her mama is. She knows my background. She know her mama background. She know in a sense she knows what goes on. Like when it comes to her homework in school, I tell her the history I know, shit that I've researched
I know.
myself,
I
shit that I
mean,
picked
listen,
up
it's
with
all
y'all.
love. No, that's all
No,
good. What's the
no,
benefit
yeah.
of you race mixing?
I don't. Honestly, I can't answer that because I don't look at it in that aspect. Shit, it is what it is to me. Like I can't tell this man because he got a white woman, he a piece of shit because that's who he chose or that's what happened.
Well, in
Same
your
thing.
case, it would be a contradiction because you wouldn't be able to say that because you know what I mean. You will fall in that same line. You see what I'm
No, that
saying? So
I have no dog in that fight. That's why I can't
yeah,
say
that's what I'm
nothing.
saying. You wouldn't have no dog. It
Yeah,
would go. It would go for both of y'all. That's what I'm saying. So
no,
what
because
I'm saying is, when it comes to preserving your lineage of who you are, just like who you, the man that you are because your parents preserved that lineage and their parents preserved that lineage. You mixing does not preserve that lineage.
in a sense, I get what you're saying. I
Thank
get what you're
you.
saying, but at the end of the day, it do
Oh my,
because my when it comes to my daughter, that's her mama only child. So my blood as well as hers is strong as fuck in her. It ain't gonna be no bleaching that out quick fast like we know how shit happen. Second, she my child. I know what her genes like. I ain't going nowhere. I live forever. I'm who I am. You know, niggas don't die, we multiply. Somebody said that shit earlier on there. But straight up, it ain't like a motherfucker spreading themselves around to everybody in the whole fucking world type shit. Yeah, niggas do that shit. But for me, like I said, I don't look at it like that. Whoever a motherfucker choose, that's their prerogative. Shit, the niggas I see with sisters, shit, I salute them too. Like, bro, got him one. Especially if she got
Listen,
something
I don't
upstairs.
knock nobody or what they do. I don't care. I know several people, so that's not the issue. The point is, what is the ramification? Is there a benefit, or is there a positive aspect of race mixing, or is it a negative impact on race mixing? That's man. That's where we at with this conversation. And I say it's a negative. So if you not able to say or see, then that's cool. But back to what you said earlier, you said I didn't choose no Mexican woman over no black woman, but that's literally what you did, though. I just want you to know that. Hey, Kelly Green, how the hell you know I gave you a wrench, nigga? Hey, Kelly Green, nigga, stop playing with me. You said that you couldn't see. How the fuck did you see that you got a wrench? See, I'm watching your ass, Kelly.
And I choose a sister every time. Fuck that. Even if shit get hard,
Shout out to
I'm
my
not
sister
going to the
Kelly
other
Green.
race. I'm staying with a sister 100% of the time. Y'all got it.
Yo, I gotta speak on this. Yo, what's good, Al? Yo, I've been in Tennessee, nigga. I get back home. You heard me? Probably in about a week. You heard me? But peace to the guys. Peace to the sister on the
I
panel.
don't live in Tennessee though, cause I ain't lived in Tennessee in a while though. That's
Man, I'm out here. I'm out here. I'm building a Marriott out here. Fucking. But I'm almost done with this shit. Yo, I thought white people was racist, nigga. East Indians, well, Hindustans. I hate calling them East Indians. Them Hindustan motherfuckers from what they call East India, bro. Them niggas is racist. Like, yo, they don't like nobody, nigga. Like, if you don't look like them, they ain't fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, let's get to it. Ab, you wrong in the motherfucker, and I'm about to tell you why, nigga.
Go ahead.
I got a little cousin named Derek, and I thought Derek didn't like black women. He always did white girls, right? Or like Cubans and shit like that. Come to find out, it was just that most sisters considered Derek Lane. He was a black woman now, you know what I'm saying? But during his whole life, like high school, middle school, you know what I'm saying? Derek was a nerd, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was lame. My little cousin was lame, you know what I'm saying? But the only women who didn't find him lame was women that wasn't sisters. And he always I asked Derek, I said, yo, why you don't want a black woman anyway? He was like, it's not that I don't want a black woman. He was like, but if you put it like that, my mom is the reason I don't like black women. But it ain't that I don't like them, they just don't like me. He was like, nigga, I like Ashley. He went to naming the girls he liked, but they just didn't like him.
I want to dialogue with you.
Go ahead.
The reason that we just heard something similar to that, right? And he's coming from a scorn point of view. So he
would have sister now. His old lady now is a sister.
Counting that into his perspective of how he see women. So he's already looking at it from an altered lens. He brought up that he don't like black women because of his mother, and which is the case sometimes. I'm not saying it ain't. You see what I'm saying? But
yeah, but he with a sister right now.
Listen, let's just say all that's true. Let's just say all that's true. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the benefit of it?
The benefit of it is and I'm about to answer this question, and this is 100% real. The black race is deleted without the black man. Even though we know we're not black, I'm just using black as a general term. Without it, we the only motherfuckers that's important. The reason I say that is because we could take any one of these bitches and make and recreate our whole fucking. They all come from us in the first place, my nigga. You see, they all come from us. That's why originally they all call us God. God is all us on one accord. And Ab, I know you study, so I know you know that. All our people on one accord, nigga, that's God. We pray to ourselves in our own nature in which we come from. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, for me to tell a brother You gotta fight for a peaceful household when you already got a peaceful household. Now, granted, I'm talking this shit. Yes, my wife is a sister. She at the house. You know what I'm saying? That's the. But at the same time, the same way I love my wife, I also love my best friend, who's a Cuban woman.
Hey, I'm gonna just say
Go ahead.
this. I'm gonna stop you because I let you go for a minute and a half.
Go
And you
ahead.
still didn't answer my question. I'm not the feelings enforcement, and I don't care about people's feelings and who they want to love and lust
You
after.
asked what's the benefit
You
of
see what I'm saying? What
interracial?
is the benefit of you race mixing? What is the benefit to your lineage in preserving who you are? Go ahead.
All right. Now, as far as that, when you say what's the benefit of race mixing, most brothers who doing that, I'm answering the question. Most brothers who dating out of race ain't dating saying I specifically want this. That's just the relationship that they wind up in. But as far as if you saying Aboriginal families, as far as one culture, there is no benefit to it unless you specifically teach your children our side of the culture. You see what I'm saying? I can't sit up here and say that there is a major benefit to it unless the father is there in the life, because the difference between dating, this the only difference between dating a sister and dating other women. If you
What I'm
need,
saying
if
is,
you have children, check it out. Just give me 10 seconds. If
I'm
you
wanting
have
you to
children,
answer the damn question, fam. That's all. That's all, fam.
well, now I
You be
just
giving me,
answered it.
you
There
be
is no benefit to it.
giving me scenarios and then link that to other.
There ain't. I just told you there ain't no benefit to it.
Once again, I don't judge people for who they are. I just want to deal with the ramifications of when people mix. Is it a benefit of
Yeah,
preserving your
it ain't no
business?
benefit to it.
So I just want to know if it is a benefit, say yes, and then give me the benefit. I don't want to hear these
No, it ain't
scenarios
no.
about this feeling and falling in love and it was
Nah,
scorned
nah, 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 nah.
hold on, and was a
Yeah,
dweeb
go
in
ahead.
school and all that shit. Because I know a lot of lame niggas that was in school, straight nerds that did fine, was married, did what they did, and with black women and whatever the case may be. So I
Yeah,
don't know what the hell y'all talking
but
about.
yeah, I gotta say this though. When I look at my communities, like when I go from state to state, my nigga, there ain't no fucking benefit in dealing with no specific woman. Because if that's the case,
That's a
black
lie.
men ain't. Hold on, I'm about to check you on this shit now. Black men, we have not been running our neighborhoods. Our sisters have,
There you
and they've
go.
been the
Boom.
worst. Check it.
Hold
I
on.
love my black
Hold
women,
on.
my nigga,
Hold on.
but they've been
There
the
you
worst
go. There
motherfucking
you
things
go.
that happen to us. This is just the truth, nigga. That's the white man's
Listen,
biggest weapon against us is our own sisters.
but hold on, let me get my point out. That's why I knew you were going to do it. And I killed this talking point earlier. Every time y'all try to talk about the ramifications of us dealing with our own people, you guys bring up the negativity of black males. That shows a biasness. But guess what, though? I can give you perfect
Nah,
reasons of.
you ignore when I brought up the positive. You
Hold
ignored the
on,
positive.
hold on. I need you to listen because there's multiple reasons of why it's a benefit for you to mix with your peoples of your ethnicity and of your stock to preserve your ethnicity, your race, and your stock. If you add something, you take away. And if it's takeaway, it's not building. That's just simple math. The math don't add. So when you get into the ramifications of the black man doing this and the black man doing that, that's a biased standpoint. It goes both ways. You see what I'm saying? And it still doesn't give credit. It still wouldn't be considered a negative. You see what I'm saying? On the preserving of your lineage. It would just be maybe turmoil of some interest within the communication within the relationship. But they could be non-communicating, still amalgamating. That's not doing anything negative to the lineage. Like that's like you can't get around that. So what we're talking about is the benefits and the ramifications of race mixing. You niggas is race traders. But go ahead.
All right, now once again, all my children is for black women, and my wife is black. But at the same time, I understand.
It ain't for you. It ain't for you. Yeah. You know what I'm
But
saying?
check this out. This is the negative part of having
Go
children.
Go ahead. Tell me the negative part of being with your peoples. Go ahead. Explain.
No. I told you the negative part of.
Tell me the negative part of amalgamating with your people. Go ahead.
Check it. I was about to say, because I don't think you heard me when you asked me what was the benefits of dating outside or having children or race mixing. Pretty much, I said it ain't no fucking benefit. You know what I'm saying? The negative part of dealing with other women is if I have a child with a black woman.
Okay, my coach, so you're not answering my question then. So you give me another
scenario. You asked me what's the benefit of it. I'm telling you, it ain't none.
I just want to make sure you conceded that it ain't no what.
There is no benefit because you gotta look. I look at all women as women. I look at it like we create our own. We the men, my brother. We could take any woman and recreate ourselves over and over and over again.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
The sisters come from us. We don't come from the sisters, my nigga.
That's a religious perspective, usually coming from the Christian.
That's scientific. That's scientifically proven. That's scientifically proven. A woman carry a child. She don't create it. We carry life in our nuts. We carry life in our nuts. That's real. I'm not just talking out my ass, man. That's real. What I'm saying is, I don't look at it. There is no benefit.
Hold on. Let's just be real. The shit that you talk about that comes from your scrotum is what we call sperm. It actually comes and formulates from the brain, and the women's brain actually has the same function to produce it as well. That's a whole nother scientific conversation for you. No, you see what I'm saying? So, but what we know for a fact is that the woman definitely carries the child for sure, physically, observably, and scientifically. Okay.
Peace back.
Go ahead, big brother. No enemies of the public, big brother. Nasir, you already know the vibes, gang. You got the flow.
Wellness, Nasir.
I beg,
wellness
peace,
to you.
Peace. How you doing, sis? I beg to differ with
Peace, bro. Hey, Akeem, you ain't gotta be a chatty patty from the chat. Come hit the link. There's room up here.
The woman carries the life. The man fertilizes.
Brother.
The man is a fertilizer. That's why she's called fertile. The woman carried the life. Wherever seeds in a woman, she have that when she starts to menstruate. That's scientific facts.
Right. It takes two to tango.
Sure. Men don't carry the life. Men fertilize it. It's a fertilization. Right. That's why she's called fertile. Life is not in us, but we can't bring life in this world without the agent of a man and a woman. They both got to come together.
Right.
So we need to get up off that. We carry life and they don't. We both carry the life.
If what y'all saying is true, then this wouldn't be a conversation.
Life in the world without each other.
If what y'all saying is true, then
this wouldn't be a conversation. Hold on. You got to realize, brother, enemies public. He's coming from a religious perspective, gang.
Nah, listen to what y'all just said. And I'm telling y'all that if what this brother just said is true, then race dating wouldn't be a conversation. Because if the woman carries the life and the man is putting seed into that woman, all life come from her in the first place. Us dating outside our race wouldn't matter. If what y'all say is true,
those two are not.
That's the bottom line.
That's
the truth. I'm using your own logic against you. If you tell me that the woman creates life,
listen, it just takes.
I didn't say anything about create. I said nothing about create. You dealing with creation.
I said that we create life in our nuts, and you said I was 100% wrong. The woman carries life. That's what you said. She carries. I said we create, and she carried the life we put inside of her.
I didn't use the word create.
You said carry.
You didn't.
I used the word create. I said we create life out of our nuts.
Beautiful troll. One at a time. Calm down. Everybody,
no, sir.
Down. This is a good conversation.
We don't create a life. Can you do that without her? That's the question. And can she do that without you? That's the other question.
Let them cook.
Once again, we create the life that she carries. All right. Now, the question that Aboriginal Power is asking, he's literally asking this: what is the benefit of us as brothers putting life in women of different races? Because women carry the life that you put inside of her. They don't
A woman
create it.
can have
We
a
do.
child from any man. Any man go inside a woman, regardless of what the ethnicity, a child will be the result. So what you're saying makes no sense.
It does make perfect sense. That's why I said we carry our own nation inside our nuts. What I'm telling you is if we carry our own nation inside of our nuts, any woman I put a child in, that's
Man,
still the
this shit
same nation as
crazy,
us.
bro.
That is the same. That's the
We
same.
go,
That's
we
the
go,
same.
we,
That's the
hey,
same seed.
hey, we're gonna revisit the army in the nuts conversation in a second. We gonna move on. King Kong, what's the word, guy?
Yo, what's up? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Look good, ain't shit. No, I was saying what? Because you was like, you said woman can produce sperm. That shit was like, what?
Yeah, you
That's
can look
why
it
I
up.
said what?
Just Google it, man. Just don't take my
I
word for
did. I
it. It's
did.
Google
I
y'all
did.
friend.
I did.
What it say?
I did. It said in rare cases, women with certain genetic conditions may produce sperm-like cells, but these cells are not functional and cannot fertilize an egg. You heard me? Y'all can hear me?
Right. Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah, but it said no. Typically, women do not produce. Well, we know this, but it said no. Women do not typically produce sperm. Sperm is a male reproductive cell that is produced in the testes. Women have ovaries, which produce eggs, not sperm. That's what it says when you look it up. But that's like basic biology.
Okay.
That's exactly what I was saying. If you have a woman if you have a woman that's not fertile, she's not going to have a child. So the agent of a man and a woman have to come together for a child to be as a result.
Right. So there shouldn't really be no argument about the motherfuckers need each other to reproduce ultimately. For real, for real.
Exactly.
I get what bro's saying as far as like men carrying a life, like actual organism that evolved, but it can't or that organism can't come about without the woman. So it's like we need one another. It can't be one without the other. Like both play a crucial role.
Indeed.
But yeah, what was the bro saying about people mixing? I don't look at people like if they got like I got a homie that got a wife that's white, and that same homie a couple years ago, this was before the pandemic hit. He was you know, I'm in Philly, so they had like a rally for Black Lives Matter and shit. So this is when shit was heating up real crazy then, and he was fighting cops because these cops was mishandling this black woman. He was fighting the cops, physically fighting 5 cops. His wife is white though, so I'm not gonna say he a traitor because I know when it come to his people, he's still willing to lay down on behalf of his people. He's an athletic director at a school. He worked with black youth. He worked with black boys and shit like that. He's a
Oh yeah,
coach
it's
of a
a lot
team.
of mixed motherfuckers, and it's a lot of black motherfuckers that go with white people that's trying to do their best to involve in the community and stuff like that. But we're talking about the ramification of mixing race.
Right. I get your sentiment. Like a nigga like me, or I'm pretty sure a lot of brothers on the panel, they wouldn't do it. Like my girl's a black woman. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of niggas on the panel, girls is black. There's some niggas
And
in
the
the
question
community, girls
is it
not.
a positivity race mixing?
Uh, the only positive thing I can say that come from it is that somebody has a family. They has a family and they able to have a child and they love their child and their family. That woman or man gave the opposite person a child. That's it's always the positive when somebody has a family, in my opinion. A
No, we're
healthy
talking
one.
about what would be the positivity as far as preserving your lineage.
As far as, I mean, I don't know. It depends on the individual and
Yeah,
their
right.
reasoning for mixing. Like if a nigga mix, because I know people who be like, I know a couple of shorties that'll say, "Oh, I want to mix because I don't like the state that black men is in. I would rather they literally doing it for the reason
Yeah,
you
so they're
saying,
coming
like
from
just some
scorn.
bullshit reason."
Most of them are
Yeah,
coming from a scorn perspective,
yeah.
but that wouldn't be a positivity though.
No, that's not like that. That wouldn't be positive. That's why I said it depends on the individual.
What
That's
is
some
the
bullshit.
that's what I'm trying to say. What is the positivity of race mixing when it comes as far as preserving your race and lineage?
Yeah, I was saying like the only positive it would be is if somebody gets a family. I mean, it's subjective, however you're looking at it.
Just getting a family doesn't preserve your lineage. Depends on who you see. You see what I'm trying to ask?
Yeah, if you have a family, your lineage is preserved because you reproduce. It might not be 100% what you wanted to be, but you reproduce nonetheless. It's nothing
Yeah,
wrong
but
with
you
that.
take away, but you taking away from your preserving of your lineage.
And it's in a sense, yeah. I'm not
No, it
saying you're
ain't in the
wrong.
sense you're definitely taking away from it. Once you mix, you take away. Now it's 50-50. You mix again, it's 75-25. You mix again, it's zero.
Right, but they would have to keep
So
doing it.
it's taken away. It's simple math. It's not no adding to it.
Yeah, but that's subjective. That's a personal view you have. It's cool.
No,
It's a view. I mean, I
only
agree with you in the
only
view
way
because
it
I
will be
got
a
a sister.
subject. It's not a subjective view. It will only not be a positive if you just don't give a fuck about your lineage or preserving it. Then if you don't give a fuck, then that's cool.
Yeah, but then
But that needs to
not
also
all
be
people with
stated.
mixed kids,
You see what
not
I'm
all
saying?
people
That
with
also
mixed
needs
kids
to be
don't care about their
stated
lineage.
if y'all don't give a fuck about preserving your lineage and your race. That also needs to be stated. You see what I'm saying? If that's the case, then now we got a different conversation.
Yeah, that's a fucked up individual if that's the case.
But
If they
that's
on
the
that
case with a
timeline.
lot of people, though. They're just not saying it. You see what I'm saying?
I'm
Because
not
when
gonna
you
say
get
that.
into the
There's no.
benefits of it, because when you get into the benefits of it, it's only subtraction. Now, and that's a
I'm not
negative.
gonna say that.
So, but if you're gonna say it doesn't matter or it depends on the way you look at it, that means that depends on the way you look at if you need to preserve your lineage.
No, I say it depends on the individual. Like if the individual if his or her reasoning is saying like I don't want to have people who look like me in my bloodline, and that's purposely the reasoning, then that's a fucked up reason. It's an
Right.
ignorant ass reason. But if a person just like, yo, I've found love with this person, it just so happened to be this person. Ain't nobody else showing up, ain't nobody else appreciating my presence
Yeah,
or nothing
I'm
like that,
not even
man or
talking about their
woman, then
feelings or nothing like that because I'm not even judging people who lust or love whoever they want to love. We're just talking about the ramifications of you mixing your race. Is
I
it a
don't know.
positive
I
or
mean,
is it
it's
a negative? You see what I'm saying?
a
Is
nigga
it a
like me or a
positive
nigga like
or is it a
you,
negative?
we
You
not
see
gonna
what
do
I'm
it.
saying? I say it's a negative. And I gave a list of reasons why throughout this live stream.
Yeah, but it's still a subjective thing because people won't do it
Well,
regardless. I'm
if
not
it's
gonna
subjective,
ostracize
give
them.
me a positive. That's what I'm saying. I'm still waiting for a positive. Nobody came on here and failed to give me a positive.
Oh, nigga, if that's what you want, I'll give you a fucking positive right
I
now.
said the positive, but you said that wasn't a good enough answer for you. So that's why I'm saying
Oh,
it's
as far
subjective
as
and it depends on
preserving
the
the race,
individual.
you just having a family doesn't have nothing to do with you preserving the race. So I mean, yeah, that's positive as far as feelings. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what we're talking about.
Is not having a child
Yeah,
preserving
I
the
mean
race?
outside of your race.
No, just not having one at all. Because if the person didn't, or say my man that's married to the white girl, whatever, say he just did not have a child at all, how would his race be preserved?
It wouldn't be preserved at all.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it's subjective. He
No,
still has a
that's a
family.
subjective. That's a subjective angle. So let's use a better scenario. He got a
All
white
angles
woman.
are subjective.
He got a white woman or he got a black woman. Obviously, he chose the white woman over the black woman. But if he
No, he
was to
didn't
choose,
have no black
but
woman. He wanted a black woman. That's what he wanted.
well, he just
But
didn't get one.
there weren't
Get
none
one.
that there
I
weren't
don't
none
know
that fucked
why.
with him. There
We
weren't
can't
any
make
that
up
fucked with him.
excuses. So see, this is the thing. People make up excuses of why people are choosing other races over their own.
I'm
You
not
see
making
what I'm
up an
saying?
excuse. It's not my situation.
Oh, I was a nerd. I
I'm
know
telling you his
tons of nerds.
experience.
Oh, I was a nerd. I know tons of nerds that was motherfucking with black people. That's with black women. Been with them for some time now. Married kids, all kind of kids. Tons of kids.
I didn't interject
So,
that he was a nerd or nothing. I didn't say that.
well,
That wasn't in
I'm
my
referring
talking
to
point.
Truthful Troll earlier when he gave that
Yeah,
synopsis.
yeah.
But,
Yo,
In his
and
case, he
keep in
just
mind,
didn't.
Aboriginal power. I've never, once again, when you ask what's the benefits of it, this is the benefit. We are, if we not at the forefront of our communities,
see,
then
listen. Every time you start giving a synopsis, go ahead. But go ahead.
I'm not giving a synopsis. What
I'm
I'm saying is the
listening.
benefit is that I'd rather deal with the brother. I could go to war with a brother on side of me that's not miserable in his household. Now, as far as a race, it don't benefit us at all. But it does benefit me for my own brother to be happy in who he chose. Even though you said that's emotional, I'm telling you, nigga, the only benefit is emotional. That's the only benefit, is an emotional benefit. As far as us, there is no benefit to it. You see what I'm saying? The only benefit is an emotional benefit. So then it turns into, yo, is your brother happy? Yeah. All right, then take a coke and smile and shut the fuck up. It is what it is. But if you want because when you take a woman of another race, at the end of the day, Aboriginal power is right, y'all. You're saying fuck your sisters because you didn't pick one to marry one. But at the same time, on the other hand, those brothers didn't, or some of those brothers, because you got some Uncle Times out there that think having a different race is gonna get them further in life. Fuck those niggas. I ain't talking about that. At the
Can't
same
make
time,
an excuse of why you're not with one. See, that's the shit. That's the late, not accountability. You see what I'm saying?
my wife is black as a motherfucker. But I'm speaking on, you know what I'm saying? I'm speaking on, I done dated Puerto Rican chicks and Cuban chicks. Nigga, when I was dealing with them, I wasn't, and I would have put a baby in any one of them motherfuckers. I wasn't thinking about sisters when I was dealing with them. I wasn't thinking about fuck the black woman. You know what I'm saying? Nah. This motherfucker fine. She feeling me. That's what I'm rocking with. You see
Man,
what I'm,
listen,
that's the most
I'll let
fucking
you,
thing. And you know that, yeah?
I'll let you start talking at 9:07. I promise you. Still, I mean 9:05. You didn't answer the question, bro.
I did answer the question, Ab. I told you there is no
All right, watch
benefit
this.
other
Watch this.
than
If
an
you answer
emotional
the
benefit.
question, watch this. I'm gonna ask the chat, and they real. Chat, did y'all hear any positive or benefits from race mixing according to my brother Truth Patrol? Y'all put it in the chat for me. Y'all. Go ahead.
But yo, I'm answering the question. The only benefit is to that individual.
Y'all being disingenuous to the question and the benefits. Like it ain't none. But to say it ain't no benefits in preserving your ethnicity and your lineage by mixing with your own people is just the dumbest shit I've heard and ever.
Nah, I literally told you there is no benefit in dating outside of your race other
No, I'm
than
talking
listen.
no. That's what I'm talking about. You said that it ain't no benefit. You said it ain't no benefits in dating your own people as well. I said that's
No,
the dumbest shit.
no. That's not what the fuck I said. I said
Oh,
there
okay.
is no benefit in dating outside of your race other than your own emotions and feelings. How you feel personally. Okay, that brother married that Puerto Rican woman because she make him happy. Now, if you asking me what's the benefits of our race, nigga, there is none in that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the only benefit is that, yo, our brother happy, my nigga. Let him be happy. Go to the wedding. Support your brother. That's what he chose. You see, that's the only benefit is that individual's emotional benefit. That's it.
Nigga, we're talking about preserving your fucking lineage and
I
your
just
ethnicity.
told you
We're not
there is
talking
no
about your
benefit.
goddamn feelings,
I
nigga.
answered your question. I told you there is none, my
Okay,
nigga.
so anything
There ain't
else
none.
after that is fine and void. I don't want to give a fuck about no benefits to your feelings.
I told you as far as your own race, but then again, me and you look at race as a difference. You look at our race as if we need our sisters when
I
we
gave
created
you
our
three.
sisters.
I gave
They
you
come from us. We don't fucking come from them.
I gave you three
What
different
this nigga just
components.
say? Do you
I
know
said
We
your
don't come
race.
from our
I said
sisters. They
your
come
race,
from us,
your
my nigga.
lineage. I said your race, your lineage, and your ethnicity. That's literally what I said. So you can use any one of those if you want. So it's not hard, bro. I
Your
always give
ethnicity is your bloodline, man. Your bloodline.
Hey, I power.
If you put
Bill,
your
These the
if
type
you
of niggas
utilize
you let in the
whatever.
community.
mixing your bloodline, that's not a benefit to it. That's you proving my point even more. Keep going.
You carry your own bloodline, my nigga. A woman cannot. A woman
Hold on.
cannot.
Man, these the niggas you
Hold
let
on.
in that power.
Hold on. Let me let Root Words talk, man, because you nigga, you ain't making no damn sense. What's up,
Salute
Rudy?
to the panel. I power smoke. Everybody else salute. Hope y'all's day going all right.
What's up,
Hey
you
man,
race
these the niggas you let in the community.
Chill out,
Man, he
man.
finally said that humans come from man. Tell him to explain that power. I want to hear this shit.
Nah, we talking about you race mixing, nigga.
Okay, you're right. I'm just wondering how man impregnated itself.
I don't know nothing about all that.
I'm black. LeBron James is black. LeBron James is a Philistine. Those niggas is born with 6 fingers and toes. You will never see a member of my family with 6 fingers and toes, nigga. So hold on. This here is I'm giving y'all
bro.
a
Don't change the subject up. Don't change the subject up, bro. You plainly.
Hold on. We trying to be real, bro. Like, come on. This is a serious conversation. We've been real. We ain't been too much jokes. You talking about Palestine, giant Nephilim, 6 finger, LeBron James? Come on, cuz. We going too far.
No, I'm giving an example. Aboriginal. My family don't have 6 fingers and toes.
How man made children, bro. He said all children come from him.
Yo, ask anybody in the chat, bro.
How does man get pregnant, bro?
And
bro,
guess
how
what?
does man get pregnant?
Hold on, Truthful Troll. You using old Bible quotes to identify LeBron
No,
James.
man, niggas born with 6 toes and fingers to this day.
Nigga, you heard that in the Bible, my nigga. You gotta
my
cut it
nigga,
out.
I'm from
Why you defending this nigga talking about, bro, men got pregnant, homie?
Nigga, I never said men got pregnant, nigga.
Bro,
I said
you said man-made women. That's saying man got pregnant.
No, nigga, we the original creator, my nigga. Bottom line,
That's
nigga.
saying that we got pregnant, nigga.
No, the fuck that's not, nigga.
Then how do children get here?
Listen, life is deeper than you physically think. I'm gonna say that one more time. Life is
Come
deeper
on
than
now,
you
Power, man. This
physically
nigga
think.
talking about man got pregnant or was playing with semen or some shit, bro. There's no other way out of that shit, bro. What the fuck you mean, brother?
Life is deeper than you physically think, my nigga. Like I said, the essence of the black man is the energy, is what y'all niggas call energy of the universe. For all you niggas, that energy of the hold on. Let me answer this nigga's question. That energy of the universe formed itself, and when it gave itself a physical form, it looked like us, or what you would call a black man, and that is the original creator of every fucking thing in all of existence.
Bro, where do all black men come from, bro? I'm asking you a simple question. Where do all black men come from?
I just literally explained it. I literally just explained that the essence of the
okay, since you explained it and you said that, go ahead, Smoke Signal. My fault, brother.
Yeah, man, because y'all finna take us down a whole different trajectory.
Man, now they are. My fault, Smoke.